All right. As usual, before we get started, does anyone want to get out? So, right, you squares. Oh, let me welcome some people. J3, what's up? Chaos, what's up? Chris, what's up? Bruce, what's up? Incognito, what's up? Uh, Lot, what's up? You know what? I wouldn't be doing this except for, let me see if I can find it. This is hilarious. This is actually hilarious. Um, so you can find, let me pull up the picture before I share it. Let me pull up the picture. This is hilarious. It's really funny. Because this is absolutely hilarious. Okay. I shared this in my tab. Somebody sent this to me, right? Sent me this picture. And and so I've been saying for a very long time, Walt Diesel, what's up? Smooth, what's up? Timothy, what's up? Marquise, what's up? Joe's, TJ, Gabar. Yeah, I'm just doing it for about an hour, man, because believe it or not, um, if I can share it real quick. Okay, I actually shared this. I actually put this in my community tab, and this is the reason that I'm actually doing this, right? Because look at my community tab, and that's the picture, right? And guess what? I have 599 comments in less than a day. Got 599 comments in less than a day over a picture. So this is the reason I'm doing this, and have a lot of what I would call pro-black people going nuts over this. Okay, see, enlarge this. Wait, 908 thumbs up. I don't know what the thumbs. I wish I knew what the thumbs down was. The thumbs downs actually was. Okay, but I got almost 1,000 thumbs up and had almost 600 comments. I didn't think, number one, I didn't think it was that serious. I really didn't. Busy Mike, what's up? I mean, yeah, for less than a day for a community post. Oh, okay, okay. With the pimp guy. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was always good times with the pimp guy. Nah. But shh, you ain't supposed to tell. And the thing is, I just want to say that because me and CD, who CD's been my sub man since the MGTOW days, right? And we were going back and forth. And the thing is, he said I usually use empirical evidence, right? About and not about a picture. The picture is just confirmation of what I've been saying for a while. You know, that picture is just confirmation. It's not empirical evidence, right? It's confirmation. Empirical evidence is already there. And what I was saying is, because I'm pro-black, I'm Pan-African, I'm a black nationalist. But the thing is, I'm also a realist. I'm also a structural realist as a philosophy, right? Black pill structural realist as a philosophy. It is what it is. Okay, you can't ignore what you see on the ground. If society it wants you to integrate and admix as a group, and they gentrify your neighborhoods. They tear down your schools, bust you off to white schools so you mix in. They import Latinos and others into your neighborhoods. Guess what? They encourage you to mix. Okay, you don't have enough power to fight that. That's number one. Number two, um, admixture is normal. But if you want to save the black community, I said the black women are going to have to start competing for the men, which is something they have never, ever, ever in the history of ADO's black people been trained to do. They've been expecting black men to serve them. Their language, how they have sex, how we think of ourselves as being a man is all in service to black women and children, never about ourselves. What happens when it's about ourselves? And what happens when you give black men choice? So you have it takes 7 generations for cultural change, right? And we are boomer, X, millennial, Z. Z's are the fourth, right? The four is in the middle. Okay, that's your pivot. Okay, either you're going to reverse the trend or accelerate the trend. One of the two. So we're looking for the Z's to do one of the two, either reverse the trend or accelerate the trend. And I was trying to tell CD, does that look like a reversal to you? It's not a reversal to you. They're accelerating the trend. So if you're trying to save the black community as it's constituted uh, now or have been constituted in the past, where it's very rigid, very secular community, which it has been, okay, the trend doesn't look too good, right? The marry-out rate is already 15%, right? Total. If you bring in the boomers and Xers and others, okay, the older generations and the younger generations, um, millennials, they talk about the IR dating out and marriage rate is 25%. Okay. The Z's are predicted to be between 30, 33% and 50%. They don't exactly know, right? That's an acceleration. So if that trend keeps accelerating, guess what's going to happen in 3 generations? Okay. Is it going to be 50, 60, 70%? Will it be 80%? We don't know, right? If it gets above 50%, you're relatively mixed in. You pretty much killed most of your black community. And the only thing that's going to reverse it is convince the Z's and the A's to actually uh, fall back to black women as a default. I don't see it. Everybody keeps saying, include the media inclusion, um, uh, what is it? Mixed schools, mixed neighborhoods. What do you expect? And then what do we do? You know, when we get some money, we run to the suburbs, right? And what do you expect when that happens? Yeah, well, at campus, man, you go to hell, you come to LA, man. You go to the I go to the taco stand. I see a black guy walk up. He's walking up with a Latina. He's not walking up with a black girl. Yeah. Oh, a lot of people aren't happy. Now, predictive programming. I mean, the thing is, this has been in the weeds for damn near 80 years. Okay, for damn near 80 years, it's been in the weeds. It's been in the works. And admixture is normal. Okay, that's what people do. It would have been done already if they hadn't done what prohibited it in America. If they had, we look more like Brazil than we do like America. If they hadn't done it, don't talk about a woman at the taco stand. They got some cuties at the taco stand. Hey! I know you be down there getting that quesadilla at the taco stand, Mike. Don't lie with the cilantro and onions. Don't lie. It hasn't been the females, it's been the men. It's been the men. Plus the Z's come in and tell me all the time, man. They date whoever is most appropriate for them. Sometimes it's a black woman. A lot of times it isn't. People of color, exactly. Yeah, I know the cilantro and onions, man. But what kind of sauce do you put on it? What kind of sauce do you put on the quesadilla, though, Mike? Man, admixture is normal. Okay, it's normal. It's a normal human interaction. Admixture is normal. You know, the Jews were mixed people. Okay, Jews came from several, about 4 or 5 different kinds of tribes. They weren't all one people. Yeah, well, yeah, they import them left and right because they have to bolster the population. And Gilded Quan, what's up? Oh yeah, I like the green sauce. It's not too hot though. Yeah, that red sauce, man. You know that red sauce, man. You got to stay away from that stuff, man. That is, yeah, that'll keep you up at night. You know, you be in the middle of the night, man. You feel that red sauce going into your digestive system, man. That'll get you up running to the bathroom. So I stay away from it. Even though I like it, I stay away from it. Um, the thing is, admixture is normal. I don't care where you're from. Any place over time, admixture is a normal human process. Normally takes 200 or 300 years. Now I can't do the red. You can't come to LA and do the red sauce, man. You take that red sauce. With the red sauce, you got to drop it on. You can't slather it on like the green sauce. Got to drop that stuff on. Oh man. Oh no. You know what? Filipinos do say that. Filipinos said it. They hate cilantro. We can't have cilantro by itself, man. It's got to be mixed in with the onion. If you take cilantro by itself, it is horrible. But the thing is, you got to mix it in with something. The water crisis, and yeah, they got to solve that, man, because the real water crisis is not the floods. The real water crisis is your west turning into the desert, because that's actually gonna that's where your farmland is, and if it dries up, you're gonna have issues because most of your breadbasket is west of the Mississippi. And if that starts drying up, man, talk about your food prices. Whoo, Katie bar the door. California is probably one of the biggest growing regions in the country. If that starts to dry up, man, y'all gonna feel it. So the real climate thing is not the floods. Okay, the real climate thing is the desertification of your farmland. Uh, El Capone can tell you, man. The Latinas is kicking ass and taking name out here in L.A. It's not even close. The Latinas are aggressive out here, man. Forced migration. They don't have to force you, man. There ain't no food. They don't have to force you to do nothing. They have to slow you down. Oh yeah, water. Yeah, yeah, water. They show pictures of Lake Mead, man. I had never seen Lake. Lake Mead has never been a big lake, but thing is, I've never seen Lake Mead that low. They're uncovering bodies in Lake Mead, man, because the water's so low. Yeah, yeah, it is what it is, man. This is not just here; it's all over the world. It's real. Yeah, it's real. It's spreading. But I'm trying to tell people this is your future. This is not just uh, a one off, man. Trust and believe, man. I get pictures like the one you just saw um, constantly. I get it every day, either on Twitter or I get it on my emails. I get it every day. So, but I'm wondering where all these detractors are, man. That's what I want to find out. That is. This is not. This is the weather is going to be a worldwide thing. Not only a worldwide thing, but also a national thing. You're going to have too much water in one place, and not enough water in another. But it's really lack of water that people are actually suffering from, and I think they're toying with the weather. That's how we got this flood. It could. It could. I can't even question that. If Lake Mead goes, well, really, Lake Mead, Lake Mead and the dam actually provides power and water. If you don't have either, yeah, Vegas is pretty much done for. Yeah, man. If I'm not even gonna tell my personal story, man, about my son. Not even gonna tell it. But trust and believe there's a big Latino influence with him. No, no, it's already happening, man. It's not a next year thing. It's already happening. I mean, your food prices are already up 25% at least. At least, man. My quesadilla, man, went from $6 to $9 in less than a year. That's a 33% increase, man. Everything I buy, whether I buy it in the store, I buy it, the only thing that's not really going up, as far as the food increase, really is big change like McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's. Yeah, I never thought I would say this. McDonald's and the big food chains are actually the bargains right now. Okay, if you want to eat, okay, because you go to the store, man, you're gonna get hit. But I think because the way they buy, um, and the sources they buy from have been locked into a certain price. They're kind of weathering the storm, man. But every place else you getting hit, man. Yeah, yeah, you're getting hit, man. You're gonna get hit. Everything's up already. It's already happening, and hopefully it doesn't accelerate. If it accelerates, man, you're gonna have an issue. Okay, this is gonna be a big issue. China. Um, China's having an issue with their weather because their power is down because the Three Gorges Dam's not getting any water. So, man, this is climate change on steroids. But this is what they're not talking about. Bullshit. Okay, bullshit. Mexican women do go for black men like that. That's bullshit. I'm a witness. I see it all the time. So I don't know what you're talking about, boss. I see it all the time. That's all my son dates. Okay, and his mama's jet black. Okay, that's bullshit. I see this. In fact, it's so bad, man. Who was it? Boyce Watkins said that black men don't date black women in Cali anymore. They date Latinas. Latinas are very aggressive. Latinas are very aggressive. Okay. Now, what's happening now, especially in Cali, especially in Los Angeles, right, Southern Cali, is black men and Latino men are actually getting into fights because Latino women are actually choosing. Latino women are actually choosing black men. So I don't know what you're talking about, man. I have a personal experience to tell you that's bullshit. Well, Africa needs more rain. Hopefully, it moves north to where the Sahara is. Yeah, I don't know where you're at. Okay, about Latina. You got to remember, there's different kind of Latinas. They're not the same. On the East Coast, they mostly come from the islands, from on the Texas and west, further west, even parts of Louisiana, right? Though they come from Central America and Mexico and South America. They don't come from the islands. Okay, they're different kind of Latinas. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ah, California is a majority Latino state now. But I wonder where since I go another 5 minutes and we'll actually drop it for the t- the biggest tension between the Latinos and the black Latino men and the black men are because Latino women actually choosing black men. Art says the same thing. Okay, um, Latino men are real protective of their women, and they don't like their women dating out, and they can't beat the women's asses, but they try to jump the black men. They don't want That's come they don't want black men in their neighborhoods. But thing is, there aren't any more black neighborhoods, and Latinos are actually moving and taking over black neighborhoods. So they have to mix. They go to school together. They go to school together. They live right next door to each other. So there's no place for black men to go. So if it's a 50-50 mix between black women and Latina black women and Latinas, uh, black men are choosing Latinas, and nobody says anything about all the Latino men screwing black women and been screwing black women for decades. Nobody says anything about the black women dating Latino men. Black women have been dating Latino men for decades. Okay, Latino men don't marry them, but They'll keep them as girlfriends. They'll have sex with them. They even get them pregnant. That's been for decades. Nobody says anything about that though. Ah, you ain't coming up, Snuggle. Shut up. Ah, that is. I do have an email. I do have an email, but the best place for that kind of information is usually um, usually my Patreon. I'm gonna have a Patreon um, stream probably be either Saturday or Sunday because I didn't do one last Sunday. So that kind of stuff normally I actually use for my patrons, but I'll put my email in because normally I get that kind of stuff, through Patreon. But I'll put my email in. I am not a dating coach, but I'll do my best. The thumbnail on Twitter. Well, the thing is, we have to face facts. Okay. Everybody I talk to, they talk this hope and if. Okay, but nobody talks um actually talks about what's actually going on. If black men do this, if black men work harder. I mean, um, had a brother, man. I was actually on Obi's. We need to talk right on his live stream, and his brother saying black men didn't need to work 80 hours a week to prove that they're worthy of leading black women. I said, man, you're out your mind. Why should a black man work 80 hours a week to prove to a woman that thinks he's less than that he's worthy, rather than take a woman that already thinks that he's worthy with him working 40 hours a week? Makes absolutely no sense. Makes no sense. Why are you killing yourself to prove to a woman that you're worthy that doesn't believe in you, and she's supposed to be your woman? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I stayed a lot longer than I thought. He wouldn't let me go. He would not let me go to the end. That's fucked up. I'm gonna tell Obi about that because I was trying to get out of there. Obi said, "Well, wait, I got a couple of questions that are on the board." And I stayed there. I was only supposed to be there for like 30 minutes. I stayed there for 3 hours. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, man. I've seen it. I've seen it from my own eyes. I'm an old dude, man. I'd have Mexican women trying to give me indications of interest, man. I've had a Latinas trying to do that, and I'm old. Okay, I'm an old man, so uh, it's surprising to me when you get a chick coming on to you, that especially beneath the age of 40, coming on to you. It's kind of surprising, and I'm old. Nah, I don't care. Who cares about fucking Pookie while I'm at work? Oh, yeah, fucking Pookie. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That can happen. But hell, I don't think any woman is faithful. I don't care where they come from. Okay, they talk about the women on the continent, man. They cheat more than anybody. They're known for cheating. Anyway, Ed's in the house, so I'm gonna drop the link. What's up, Edward? You, go ahead, Ed. Why don't you go ahead and put your backup channel in, man? So you might as well go ahead and get your backup channel built. Return the return. Wait, the return of the nigga Jesus AD. Who is that? Is that Zero? Well, the thing is, you got to remember, Cali still has almost 40 million people, so it's going to take a while. And basically, a lot of people need to leave Cali, man, and actually stabilize this stuff out. Transfer the commander. At first I thought it was the commissioner. I don't really go the way of Japan. I don't think so. Okay.
They're always commanding. And no, I'm not fucking Asian bitches because they look weird. And
It depends on the Asian bitch. If Filipinos get a nice Filipino, or basically the best looking Asian women for a black man is probably from Thailand, because they're
I've seen
taller,
them.
they're bigger, and they're darker. So
I've seen them, but they still look weird to me. I
What, the
don't know.
Negroes from Cameroon? What are you
You
talking
know what?
about?
no, 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 I'm talking about the Asians from Thailand.
You know what?
Oh damn.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You stay in the back and wait till the grown folks talk first. You're gonna do that.
Well, he's
Shut
gonna
up,
be
nigga,
nice.
before I spit
Hey,
shine the
hey,
top of your head.
nigga,
Oh,
nigga,
here
you
we go.
better,
Here we go. Here we
nigga, you
go.
No,
better shut
no,
All right,
no.
all
Oh,
right.
lip
Grown folks
balm,
are
All right.
talking.
wigs,
Hey,
Hold
hey,
on.
spencer,
hey, hey, hey. It's too soon
Tartars.
for that. It's too
man,
soon
shut
for
up
that.
and give a fly. Nigga, shut up and
Hey,
give
hey, hey, hey.
a 40
It's
for
too
your
soon.
nasty ass knees.
It's
He's
too
picky
soon for
on
that.
me, BGS.
I know it's too soon for that. You guys pipe down. It's too soon for that. Okay.
I know, but we know
Get him,
this nigga gonna
BGS.
talk
I
about some
know, I know, but it's too soon for that. Okay. All right, knock
You're
it off.
bullying.
Yeah, it's all right. Knock it off.
Cyberbullying.
take this nigga back. Oh, you're cyberbullying. We know what generation you
Yeah.
funky that generation you got from.
Hey, knock it off, y'all.
I
Stay
know.
on,
I
stay
know.
on topic. Stay on topic.
Yeah, man.
We already know who needs to stay on topic.
Hey, stay on topic. Okay.
I'm
All
just
right.
gonna say, you
All
know,
right.
Asian chicks are just weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that might be weird, but thing is, how many other kind of women do you have to choose from?
Not physically compatible.
Wait a minute. You talking to me?
Yeah, I am talking to you.
I know.
You have a lot of women to choose from, but that doesn't mean anything. But you're not part of the demographic that I'm talking about. There's always going to be men that choose. With the thing is, you're making a personal choice. Okay, you choose to deal with these crazy broads.
Yeah,
All of
Yeah,
them.
you
yo,
do.
I'm dropping a link now, y'all. They struck my channel, man. They slapped me to the ground.
Okay,
All of them
They tired of
crazy.
Is
yo
it more than one
hurricanes,
strike,
Ed.
Edward?
is it? It's just a week, right?
Yeah, you
Wait a
want to
minute.
know? You know, I know what's fucked up. Every time I get in trouble with YouTube, they say it's because of
Uh-huh.
hate speech against black men.
Yeah.
The
Wait a
first
minute.
time I
Wait.
got a warning, it was because of my title, "Everyone Hates Black Men." They said that's hate speech, and
What?
then this one I got hate speech because I put a title, "Ninja." Just say you don't know,
Hey,
and that's it.
Oh, wow.
you should name
Bro,
the
they're going to carry your channel, bro.
they haven't taken it.
No, it's a warning. It was the first one was a warning. This is my first actual ever strike.
Yeah. Oh, they've been waiting on you.
Wait
I
a minute.
mean, I say the F bomb. I say the FAG bomb almost once a day.
I
Hold
know.
on. I say either that or I say NIGG with the hard R almost every video I do.
I know. Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
wait a minute.
Yeah,
I
you
just
do,
have to
Ed. I
ask.
want to appreciate
they were
that,
laying
brother.
for you.
Wait a
Hey,
minute.
you know what you should name it? Name the channel though, Ed. Driver's Ed.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Let me tell you something about that. First of all, David Carroll pioneered using the hard R because let's be clear. Sometimes with the shit that black people do, calling a nigga ain't what it is. You need to call it what the fuck it really is. When you see bitches do photo shoots kissing their sons on on the mouth.
Ew.
That's no longer being a nigga. No, I got a couple of people. Yeah, that's no. So y'all can feel some type of way about it.
That's
Feel some
coffee
type
and a
of way
biscuit.
about the behavior.
Wait a minute. I gotta pick a page out of Pookie's book
What?
because I do have to ask this question because I have to ask this question before we go back onto that. I have to ask a question, Chaos. Do you really ride with a Mary like that?
We ain't gonna start there right now. Ain't gonna start that right now. If he's gonna be nice, he can stay. If he's not gonna be nice, okay. Because we can go ahead and strafe, okay.
Yeah, y'all can do that once I get
Slide to the
down.
left.
I mean, truth be
Slide to
told,
the right.
yeah, truth be told, yeah, I put that in the closet.
Because
So
as long as he doesn't say something out of pocket, okay, he all right. Okay, you say something out of pocket, then guess what? He goes into the bin with Amiri, okay?
Oh, bye
To the
bye.
meat grinder.
Yeah.
BGS. You know
Because I
this,
just
man.
had to ask that question so bad.
You got something to say, Chaos?
No, I say BGS, I come around a lot of these spaces, man. I try to stay focused on the topic. I try not to put
No,
anything else.
Negro. We gotta ask that question.
Andro, hold on, man. But the thing is, I haven't caught you saying something disrespectful. So yeah, so you can stay. The thing is, if
Yeah,
I hear it, it's different. Okay, Panther,
yeah.
have you heard something that's untoward that I should kick him out for?
No, 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 no. You can keep them because it's your panel, but I just have to ask this question: do you really ride what that dude says?
Well, some things I agree and then some things I disagree. I don't agree with
Because
everything.
I'm
But
gonna just tell you because I don't hear
mhm.
too many disagreements,
No, okay, all right.
Well,
and it's like you have ample opportunity to express your disagreements, and I don't hear them.
Okay, he doesn't have to agree with us. Okay, all
I'm
it has
not
to be is
saying me. I'm just saying what I asked.
even Amiri, as long as he's not disrespectful, it's okay.
Yeah.
So can I say something on this topic at least?
You sure can. That's what we're here for.
All right. So when I typically when I see black men,
Mm-hmm.
I see them like very well kept, educated and doing
Mm-hmm.
their thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I see a Dusty, it always seems to be with a black woman. Now I travel a lot, and I
Well,
have
it depends
noticed,
on where you go. It's a class thing now.
yeah,
I mean,
I
do you hang out in trailer parks where white people are?
no,
Okay.
no,
So what kind of people are you going to see if you hang out at trailer parks?
uh, low income.
So in other words, if a white woman that lives in a trailer park hangs out with a black guy, what's he going to look like?
He's a Dusty.
He's a dusty. It's called class. So we can't mix class with race. Okay.
Mhm. What I'm saying is this.
Hold
Proximity
on.
is the greatest thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the selection that black women tend to go for, and I'm not seeing them going for because their narrative is there's not enough good black men out there.
They go you have different classes of black women. Are you out of Washington D.C.?
No, I'm in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas? Okay, so you're close to Los Angeles, right? Go to the
Yeah.
L.A. suburbs, right?
Hmm.
Even Las Vegas, right? Okay, even in Las Vegas, it's a class thing.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, I can
So,
agree with. Let me finish
okay,
my
so
point.
yeah, because I want that's what I
Let me
want.
finish
The
my
point.
point.
Go,
So I
let him finish, and then we'll
yeah.
and then you can jump in.
So when I travel a lot, and I have
Hmm.
noticed that this new generation is dating outside. But I just want to make sure that we understand that it's not the traditional narrative that black women spin. It's all races. I see black men with Asian, with Latina, with white.
Hmm.
Um, and so it's not just the white women. The other thing I want to note is that when I go out, especially here in Las Vegas, because you have women who will work out all year just to come to Las Vegas in the summer and look good and compete against each other.
Hmm.
One thing that I continually notice, and it embarrasses me as a black man, is how black women come here overweight, the eyelashes, the
Hmm.
beads. So when we see these images that you have up, BGS, it's
Hmm.
black men have themselves to blame for this because black men have been communicating what they want for years.
Okay.
And instead of them addressing the issue, they double down. And then what happens? You have a new generation of brothers who may not even interact with black women on a verbal level, but they are seeing the way black women carry themselves, which is disheveled. And
Okay.
then when you start to get to know them with the attitude, I could totally see why these brothers are making the decisions that they're making.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but what have black women said? And everyone's probably going to say the same thing I'm getting ready to say. Okay. What have black women said for them to change? We have to leave them, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
You got to leave. You have to leave black women at least once before they actually get the message. The
Yeah.
thing is, will you come back? Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, Q. I mean, this sounds like. I mean, look, I agree with everything you're saying, but this kind of sounds like the type of conversation that you would be having at the water cooler with some non-black folks. What's going on with these Negroes? That they're not with black women. That's how it sounds like. Because I mean, you preach it to the choir here, so so I say, okay, what's the value in what he's saying? I'm like, okay, well, this is how it sounds like if a white person or a Hispanic person or somebody, they're not trying to go at you, but they're really asking you, like, I just went to take my daughter to the prom, and she was with a Hispanic guy, but
Well,
I saw all these Negroes and they were with none of them were
Yeah.
black women.
I hear
What's
you.
up with that?
Hold
I
on,
hear you.
hold
Let
on.
me put it in context though, because when I'm speaking specifically of Las Vegas, the club scene it's very upper level in a way. And when you go to these clubs, I'm seeing the most beautiful Asian, beautiful Latina women with the most like just killer outfits. And then what I'm
Okay.
seeing from black women is I don't give a care.
Okay. Okay.
Black women do not give a care. That's the thing. White
Yeah.
women, white trailer park women do give a care. They're not going to show up at those clubs looking like that.
So let me ask you, and this is not going nowhere. I believe Chaos is not ADOS, but I'm just asking, are you ADOS?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, what are we talking about? Like, did you say that? Okay. So let me say it this way: is it kind of okay? You're in Vegas. Shout out to Keep It 100. He's from New York, but he's in Vegas. Shout out. I know. Yeah, Vegas. Yeah. So especially if you got into Vegas like 10 years ago and then you stayed. Yeah, you got a house. Anyway. So is it like, okay, you're you're out of the nigga. Vegas ain't a nigga zone, right? You know,
It's becoming that way.
it can be, but like, how long you've been in Vegas for a while, right?
Yeah.
So Vegas ain't like, no, I get what you're saying,
Edward. Okay, we live here, right? Vegas is becoming a suburb of Los Angeles really quickly. Okay?
I get that, but it ain't Chicago. Like, it ain't there yet. It may get there. I'm not arguing that, but still, it's kind of like everybody goes to Vegas, right? So it's still that, okay, we're outside of the black woman comfort zones for them to do the nigga shit. Your Detroit, your New Yorks, your Vegas, LA.
You would think that.
Well, that's
You
why
would think that.
that's why Q's here. He's befuddled too. But my
No.
point is,
You would think that, but that's not the case. That's what he's trying to tell you.
so yeah. So what I'm saying is that no matter where they go, I hate this phrase, by the way. I'm gonna say it. No matter where you go, there you are. So even when these chicks go overseas in Africa, they may put up more of a front, but where you go, there you are internally. And their identity is in defiance. Now, here's where the thing gets goofy, and I'll fall back. They are so preoccupied with saying "fuck the black man," they're not even focused on getting the outcomes they want to get. Okay, you don't want to date fat black men. Fuck them. What are you gonna do now? Oh no, I can't let go of fucking the black man because that's their identity. That's what I guess what you're not kind of. What you're coming to terms with, I'll say that.
Well, no, I disagree with that because I'm gonna tell you why. It's not just about saying "f the black man."
So why else do you think they do it?
You have men from all over races coming from all over the world to Vegas, and they're not even concerned with even trying to upkeep their appearance in front of those other men.
Yeah, I'm telling you why. It's because in their mind, it doesn't matter. It could be 0 black men around. I could drop them with motherfucker. Ain't no black person, ain't no mixed person. They're still gonna be that way because that's how much the program is. By the way, black men do the same shit. Where even when black women are not in the room, black men will compete with each other and not work together as if there's a black bitch to be had. I call it Highlander syndrome.
Nah, not in Vegas, okay?
Well,
Vegas?
I'm not talking about in Vegas. I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about like going after women. I'm talking about like in other areas, like economics. Black men tend to do that.
Can I speak about this?
Yeah, so they're always going to be.
The thing is, Vegas is like a local city to us in Los Angeles. So, and plus, when the kids can't afford to live in Los Angeles, guess where they move? They move to Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of the warehouses that go into Los Angeles are in Vegas.
Well, what I'm saying is, okay, because LA is so expensive, right? Vegas is like a runoff.
Well, yeah, Phoenix is starting to be too.
So that's like it's becoming darker and darker and darker with black and Latinos, okay? Because the black and Latinos cannot afford to live in Los Angeles anymore, so they move to Vegas. And then if they can't live there, then they move to like Phoenix, something like that. But that's the first stop, before they go elsewhere.
Is that Dennis?
Yeah, I do believe. Yeah, I think so.
Dennis, it's got one niggas be trolling saying they Dennis, but go ahead.
I'm gonna say something to that real quick. Like, one, black women think they go to the Olympics and think they already won the gold. That's why they do that.
Shakari, go ahead.
Shakari, that bum ass bitch. But anyway, you gotta realize something. Of course they're gonna go out there because you got some ass niggas who's saying, you know what? I think I think old Steph Cole's a 7.
Mm.
I think Lizzo's a 6. You know, people who you can take out in the real world and see if you get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 results. You already know these chicks are something weird. When anytime they don't even want to get in shape to meet a lot of dudes. All they usually want to do is make sure they get hit at the right angle when it comes to photography. And I could draw 'em. I could use my looks or my easiness to get what I want. And now they're figuring out, oh no. Mm,
But I get what Q is saying. Like when you go into like the hotel, not hotels, but the casinos, and then obviously the clubs that are going to cater to like the big money and folks, and then you see like you need to show up and come correct, and then
Mm.
just how much brothers, a lot of brothers, most brothers will try to match that because they know they ain't got no problem making sure niggas don't get in there if they don't fit.
Yeah, yeah.
Versus the women, it's on some defiant shit, and it's like you look. So that's why I get why you said you're embarrassed. Because I was gonna say, don't even. I mean, you need to disassociate yourself with them in that way. But when you're like right up in front of it, especially if you're dealing with people that are not from there, they look like this shit. Like really, you let them come outside like this,
And
Yeah.
let me put it in perspective with your brothers. I was I was online trying to get into this exclusive club. I saw the most beautiful Asian woman I've ever seen with her man, and I'm saying to myself, I can't find a sister like that. They're mostly overweight and
They're
dressing.
there. They're there.
No, you do no, BGS, you do see them. It's not
Mhm.
often, but you do see them.
Oh yeah, one that I dated, she moved to Vegas, so they're there. I know they're there. She introduced me to them.
But it's just saddening to know that your women, your race of women,
Mm-hmm.
are obese, bad attitude, and defiant.
Dude, you
Yeah,
need to get
it
past
is what
that.
it is. Yeah,
I
it is
mean,
what
I
it is.
mean, I mean, if you really feel it that bad, yeah, I know motherfuckers passport bros keep talking about don't bring them here, but the marriage results show that it's better to bring them here than it is to get married to one local, like in the United States, native born in the United States. So I'd say import. Go to Colombia, something like that. If it's really on your heart like that, import. Get a good one. I'm talking about actual black chick down there. They're there a lot more than what people like to say. But as far as here, I mean, yeah, because you got to think there are beautiful black women even in the United States. And there are some that want to date black men, but you got to really have an eye for that. And then a lot of them, they know they 8 to 9, they be wanting to deal with non-black men, because they want to get their femininity validated that way. So it is what it is. But if you think you just gonna pluck them, it's these hoes are wearing bonnets. I mean, shit, Monique told them don't
Yeah.
wear a
Oh hell,
bonnet.
they got the boys wearing bonnets now.
And
Yeah, they do.
shout out to Dennis as well. Okay, that sounds like it is Dennis. Yeah, shout out to him. He did do a good stream. Dennis been actually doing a lot of great streams, for real. So check him out. Go over there, sub to him. Get him over. He's like 49.7.
You get
Get
him
him
to
to that
50.
50. Yeah,
Yeah.
shit. But I would love to see him actually interview Austin. Actually, that would be a good get.
Hook him up. He'll do it.
Yeah, I'll probably mention that in the group, and because Dennis low key is actually a good interview.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
I'll
Dennis is actually a passport bro too, so it's
yeah,
right
I'll
on line.
mention that in the group
Yeah, let me hop in real quick because let's get out of here.
because he
Guys.
knows
Go
who
ahead.
Dennis is.
Go ahead, Mike.
This is something that I've told you before that I think rational male dude got it wrong when he keeps saying how the women run the sexual marketplace. Yeah, in their community maybe, but not ours. And even when the study came out that more men are lonely, more men, if you read the details, and even Dennis is actually the one that put it up, and Dr. Pearson Johnson, not in the black community, right? So our ability to have an interesting aura around us and attractiveness about us is going global, and it is what
Yeah,
it is.
it
You know
is
what I
what it
mean?
is.
So,
Yeah.
and I think that what is it? That Gen Z photo easily could have been my boy in one of the pictures.
Yeah.
Easily, like they don't even think twice about it. I was driving. I'm not sure if I told the story, but he was driving back to his he came back from visiting his mom. So his mom and his auntie sat him down about dating black women or a black girl. I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Yeah." And then I asked him. I said, "What did they ask your sister about dating black men?" And he was like, "Oh no, they didn't say anything to her." I
Mm.
said, "I know they did."
Mm-hmm. Yes, you
You
did.
know, but he had said where he was at in Florida. He's like, he goes, I don't know. He got quiet. He goes, well, I don't know what they expect though. And I said, what you mean? He's like, man, the school that I went to, like 90% Hispanic. Like, I mean, that's what the hell I'm around. I said, Josh, I said, I'm the same way. When I went to school, I was around white girls. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're gonna be attracted to, man. It is what it is. It's just it's proximity. It's nothing you can do to change that. You
No.
I
understand?
mean, they
Well,
want.
Cat,
Go ahead,
Go
Art.
ahead, Art.
I will say this. Um, white women did a damn number on black women because they pretty much put them in a role where they made the black woman push the black man out into the greater world.
Mm-hmm.
They taught them how to, and they used them as a training mechanism to make better husbands for themselves. So now the black men are going out, dating out, and black women are not happy because
I,
guess what? Black men don't like what black women have to offer. It's like what you
Yeah.
said, BGS.
Mm-hmm.
If the black woman wants the black man, she has to be the best mate for him.
Right.
If she's not, guess what? They're gonna go out and choose elsewhere. Because guess what? The world is open for them now.
man, fuck.
You're not constrained to just your
Uh-huh.
community now
Art,
because of
Mm-hmm.
civil
it
rights.
is so much worse than that. If the black woman was the fucking third string, capable of being a third string quarterback, a lot of dudes would actually probably heal and then say, "All right, we're gonna do this for the community." This bitch can't even make the goddamn team. That's how bad. So even when people say, I get what BGS is saying, and dudes should, they have every right to demand that. But we're
Mm-hmm.
not talking about the best. We're gonna have the best player compete. No, if you can even be the third best, third string, dudes will probably just elevate you up off the strength you being black. You can't even be that. That's how bad it actually is. That's how the mind is out of alignment. So, and I say that for this reason. Because the channel I got a strike on, and they struck me just for that title, which is what trips me the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the reason I did that video is because I was listening to you, BGS, and you was on We Need to Talk, and it wasn't even nothing Obi said. Obi was kind of letting them talk to her when
He
you got
was.
in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And so it was that other nigga, that white T nigga, that nigga where you was giving him all the facts and he got overwhelmed. So niggas
Yeah.
start going full nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I make 140,000. They need
Mm-hmm.
to figure it out. Here's what he said, y'all. He said, yeah, man, niggas just need to pay child support and say, give me the kid. So raise the kid while
Oh,
you
that
on
guy.
child support. Like, that's
Yeah.
what he was
Uh,
saying. And I
oh
was
yeah.
like,
I've
nigga,
heard,
no.
that was suggested to me before. I'm like, I said no. I'm not gonna go for that.
Well,
But
I
this,
mean,
but this,
Trey,
this
go
the
ahead.
thing. But this is the thing, Edward.
Mm.
The women still need to compete with other women because
Mm-hmm.
you're not constrained to your own in little neck in the
Or
neighborhoods
don't. No,
anymore.
you right. Or
You're
don't.
because you're not, because that's what civil rights did. It opened the world up for men, and as soon as it did, men started saying, "Wait a minute, this white girl or this Hispanic girl or this other race of woman is nicer than me than you are.
Yeah.
Why should I be over here messing with you? You telling me I
Hey,
ain't shit, and then you got this other chick over here from this other community telling me that, oh, you're such a great guy."
Let's take it out of race.
And then after
When
you, the
when
AV gonna get in.
when Ford was setting cars up to fail, which you could go beyond it, the management was doing that shit to get the fuck the unions up in the long run. But when Ford was making these cars to fail, Folks did not want to go and get a Toyota, get one of them small rickety cars. But what happened? They got them. They realized them things run and they can make some money. Now, they never fucked up their trucks, and they stuck with their trucks. When you create a breach, and Toyota became the largest manufacturer, of cars. When you create a breach in the market, no matter what that is, it is going to get filled eventually by something. And that's another thing. Black women need to get off that white girl bullshit. That's a sign of their insanity. I've
Yeah,
said it before,
yeah.
and I say it again. The white bitch is not your problem because they got white privilege to lose. Yeah, they may fuck these niggas, but they not gonna marry them like that. Yes, it's getting more. It's increasing, but that ain't your problem. It's the Latins that's your problem. Because these Latins really giving. It was Andrew did a stream. It was this Dominican dude doing the Kim 1-2-3 bullshit, stay on people on women. And I was like, I said in the comments, that's not your problem. Your problem is these Latin women are choosing. Like, for instance, I didn't say this, but like BTS, your son ain't going to the Latin community just scooping them up. He's walking around in neutral ground and he's getting his arm pulled and shit. And then another arm, and then another arm, and
And the one thing about Latin women is they want to keep their man. They don't let their man go. So, and let me just say this real quick. When you're online at these Vegas clubs, what happens is, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, the promoters go up and down the line and pick the really beautiful women, and he lets them in the club ahead of everyone else. And me and the were standing there, and we're looking back at these black women, and you can obviously see he wasn't going to pick them to go in the club. And I saw that as just a metaphor for what's going on.
Well, yeah, because Vegas is like, look, I'm not an expert in Vegas. Shout out to Keep It 100 who's in Vegas. But Vegas is like Miami. They don't give a fuck. You're not going to play that, you're being raped. No. They like, look, the best is going to win regardless. And reputation is reputation because they're in there for the motherfuckers that got the money. Because that's what gets the alcohol sold. So they have no fucks given. So like I was saying, I'll leave it to AB, but like I was saying, man, it's a breach in the market. It's gonna happen. Black men, these Z's are not fucking talking to these women. That's what a lot of these women don't like. They're not gonna be. There's not gonna be no Z version of the manosphere. Go ahead, AB.
Let me talk real quick.
Go ahead,
AB, and then Dale.
Yeah, what's going on, BGS?
What's up?
I have never seen so many admixture prom pictures.
Mm-hmm.
These black heifers need to stop playing around. I have never seen so many.
Hold on a second. John Gene Joseph. I don't want to actually boot you, man. Don't come up and mention somebody else's stream in my stream. It's disrespectful. Okay, disrespectful. Try it again.
You want me to get him out of here?
No. I got him. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, AB.
I have, and I mean, just popping up everywhere, and just multiple events. Like, whoa! Looking at Mad Bus Driver, he had a whole bunch of prom pictures. I was like, damn! All black dudes and white chicks.
Mad Bus Driver, like this is that time of the year, the favorite happiest time of the year.
Yeah, he ain't shit still. But still, I'm like, man, and like these BWs better stop playing around. And don't get me started on these single mothers talking about they don't want to date single mother raised men. Like, whose fault is that? We told you. Oh, let me shut up.
Yeah, but Mad Bus Driver.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. But that's what I was trying to say earlier in terms of, I think BGS and I discussed this about maybe 3 years ago when I said if you even take Black American women and put them in a room with nothing but African women, Ethiopia, South Africa, Ghana, they still can't compete with their own, against their own.
Yeah,
like that's the ultimate where they think it's like a white colorist thing. It's not a colorist thing. You put yourself in a room with a whole bunch of African women, y'all still not compete with them. African women don't have a problem making a dude a plate. They just don't. They just go, all right, cool, make me a plate. I'm gonna make me a plate. Like that is just their culture. So it's like you're over here you're arguing with culture, and you're arguing with better treatment for your son. Like that's to me it blows my mind in terms of the why they can't relent on letting their son just go be happy and be treated well. That's what cracks me up. You would rather your son be treated miserably just so you can keep this whole illusion of the black community alive.
Well, a lot of that shit is mental illness. It's getting to the point where that's what I'm charging it a lot, and not just with black women, but a lot of behaviors with black men.
Yeah.
Like when you get dude, like again, I refer back to what BGS talking, and he was talking calmly, wasn't pushing too hard, but laying out the facts, and even Obi had to back up. But it's like, look, you're not getting around this. Like, and it's not just like BGS is talking this. You know, because people think you're not gonna get lucky like with Kevin Samuels. A lot of these motherfuckers think they got lucky. It's too many. It's too much out here. Because again, the Z's are not doing what the manosphere told them. So you focusing on the manosphere. That's gonna fuck you up because this is happening up under that because of what they're seeing on the ground. The world spins even if you deny it. You can play like it's the flat Earth shit. That does not stop science from sciencing. It doesn't, and that's what black people are starting to figure out because you're starting to see this in the professional sports now. You're starting to see this in the NFL. You're starting to see this in the NBA and in bigger numbers. Even certain brothers are starting to feel some type of way a little bit. It'll pop up, you know, when dudes get real sporty about it, real competitive. So, and obviously that didn't just happen. That means that's been happening 20-something years. And to be fair, it ain't just black men. Alfred Woodard kids are grown, you know. So people, again, I mean, it doesn't matter what they think. And that's like one of the things that I kind of think, BGS, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like when you're talking about the gender war is over, all this, look, even with what was said in the chat with the dude you called out, it's all this, oh, well, look at what's going on over here, or look at what this nigga done said. Like, you got Peso Man, then you got Kim, then you got whoever. It's like these people don't even got channels. It ain't even like a OB or I can see FD because he actually got a subscriber. You got dudes that has like 1,000 subscribers saying some goofy shit. And it's like y'all are elevating them because y'all want the next fight. And every fight ain't your fight. Every fight doesn't matter. All they're doing is talking. Even FD. The thing with FD, and I'll seek the mic after this, is this. It's like, dude, with all, because I listen to your video. With all the bullshit you talking, FD is talking. At the end of the day, you in your mind, you actually think you're helping black women. They're going to realize how castrated and useless you are. Like with videos like this, is he going to comment on that? No, he'll stay away from that because there's nothing he can say because there ain't nothing you can do.
No, he's not going to say anything because guess what? The vast majority of his audience is white. He's not going to say nothing.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well.
he can't comment on that one.
That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's going to stay away from that one.
Which shows you how, and that's another reason why they always are going to lose to us because they think we're small because we don't have a lot of traction. No, we prefer targeted audiences because a lot of us are here for advocacy. What he's out here doing, man, that's all you need to say, man.
Yeah,
one time. Who's first? I think it was Art first, and then Snake Man.
Okay, because I looked at his subscriber count, and I looked at the people commenting on his videos, and yeah, he does have an extremely mixed group, especially a lot of white.
Whoa, the Bread 2 is mostly white leftists.
Yeah, the only thing that you see very mixed on is just like his manosphere content. Other videos is mostly white.
So he's not. So he's not even valid. I'm like, nigga, you ain't even pro-black as far as I'm concerned.
No, he tries to kind of skirt the line. Go ahead, Snake Man.
Let the man do his hustle. Let him get his woke money. Let him cool. Let him dance.
It's true.
Yo, I need to clip that shit.
Yeah, woke money. That's a good one.
in the German accent, especially.
Because it just sounds so condescending the way you said it.
Yeah, woke money. Yeah, that's a good one.
It sounds like some like a Jewish person, you know, saying we make good money off of him, but you know, let him have his crumbs. He thinks he's stealing, but I
mean, that's what he's doing.
Because
he's not actually trying to engage us or trying to say that what we're saying is wrong. All he's really doing is just talking shit.
Yeah. Well, he's saying it's gonna be okay. You know, it's gonna be okay. The manosphere is toothless.
You correct me if I'm wrong, BGS. He's the safe Negro, as they call him for the leftists.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look. He is, and it's like, hey, at the end of the day, get your. Oh, it was what's the other dude? Tony Gaskins.
Mm-hmm.
Them nigga. I mean, it's look. It's a whole Avengers like group of these motherfuckers, man. You got the woke, the fake woke motherfuckers. You got the talk show, the Derek Jackson wannabe. Everybody trying to fill a void, and it was what he said. Black men need to grow up, and they need to get with one of these single mothers.
Yeah, yeah. The way, hey, he's trying. He's trying.
Wow.
And I mean, for real. And it's funny because a lot of these, if you look at how a lot of these niggas move, they don't even practice what they preach.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. Like, again, Jason Black, 45 years old, still ain't found a bitch, and he's been on every interstate in the United States. I'm like, nigga, you've already told me what I need.
Hey, BGS, you want to know the sad part is about the single mothers?
Uh-huh.
And I bet you're going to do a video on this. If half these heifers didn't internalize the color purple, we wouldn't have a single mother issue right now.
I don't know. I think it would happen anyway. Starscream, Senji has nothing to say about interracial marriage because the vast majority of her family, her siblings, date out.
Yeah, honestly, and
she never says anything about them though.
No, I hope she does. I hope she does.
She ain't never said they've been dating out, man, since they were little. She ain't never said nothing.
Personally, I wouldn't mind if she go date out. She wouldn't be hurting my feelings.
she was an escort for white men. So.
Oh well.
Oh my God! It comes full circle.
But I never had sex with them.
You didn't know
I
that.
never had sex with them.
We know how white boys. We know how white boys are. And unless you're dealing with them niggas, they about to die. No, that's not how they don't run that game.
I never
white tricking.
Now, actually, she's had a baby by a black man. We actually know who the guy is, not by a white man.
Yeah.
People.
Hold on. Do you mean to Beta Man? Cool.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
She's trying to deny it that she has a kid, but we know.
Yeah, that little girl. Yeah.
No, what's it called? Woman's fear told on her ass. So I mean,
ooh.
I don't know why she's trying to deny it, man. Instead of lying about it. What is it? Lying about what they do?
She got her acolytes deny. Maybe how black women will deny some shit so strongly. They'll have you questioning.
I always said woman's fear was a troublemaker, but go ahead.
If Sansaray can come back from the dead, you know it's
over. That's the fucked up thing about even her mentality. For you to deny your child even exists to people, that lets you know that you are a fucked up individual. I mean, seriously.
And it's a baby girl. Good Lord.
I'm telling you, these black women do not. These black women treat kids as a fucking tool. They
treat us like a tool. What's the difference?
The fact of the matter is, you think something that came out your ass, you would think you care a little bit about.
I think it's probably. I don't know who's typing, but it's okay. It's not too loud.
What do you think I brought them into this world, but I'll take them out of this world means? Y'all niggas thought they were just saying that shit. They were dead ass. And some of these motherfuckers do be deleting these kids. It's sad.
There was a woman in North Carolina, in Raleigh, it was Carrie. She deleted her. She deleted 2 of her baby girls. This 2 days ago.
They wasn't paying off no more, huh?
I don't know what. I don't know. I just because I heard people talk about it outside my apartment, and I went to go look at it, and sure enough, she had 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy, and she deleted the twin girls, I believe.
Man, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah,
but that's not unusual when you have hard economic times, man. That happened back in northern England when they at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, right? They put the parents on the streets and they start knocking off them kids, man. So it's what it is.
I remember in one town, they actually ate the children.
Ooh, not bad, not bad.
That's where the story of Santa Claus came from, Saint Nick, the savior of children, because they used to eat children in Eastern Europe. Right around Turkey. Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah. That's where Saint Nicholas came from.
Yeah,
Man, you new world guys think the old world somehow is pure and clean. No, we did everything we could imagine. From
Yeah.
eating to skinning to making clothes. It's like we did everything.
Yeah, black men ruin everything. Hey yo, we got a commercial coming up, man. BGS, can you play the commercial for me?
Drop it.
It's in the chat in the thing.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
That's real TV music. Yeah, I told him you gotta do it again, man. They gotta be black. You know, white boys don't care. They gotta be black. we gotta make them look like, you know, Pookie and Ray Ray.
Hey, we can say they're light skin.
Yeah, we're gonna see what Europe does, man. Unless they can get their act together, man. Europe's gonna have a hard time unless they get their act together this winter.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we this coming winter.
Yeah,
we need to get our shit.
Everybody need to get right real quick.
Yeah, I'm telling you, at my job, I was at my job today because I had to do some modules, right? And the guy that was over the warehouse who's over there, he was just talking about food shortages, and I'm just like, really? It's like, yeah, you're already talking about food shortages, talking about a lot, making sure the warehouse is locked up because there's gonna be a bunch of people probably out here
trying to steal them. Yeah, because because of the feed and stuff like that, and the lack of water that's going on in the United States this year, a lot of farmers actually plowing over their crops and slaughtering animals and stuff like that. So it's going to be bad this winter as far as food is concerned. So get ready.
Yeah, stock up on your canned goods.
So you better the guy that does $40,000 a year, he's going to look like a gold mine. Okay.
Well, the problem is why black women still on it. The mother race is going to be scooping.
They don't cook shit.
You know, they better get on that fad, that Jenny Craig.
They
used to run them commercials like a motherfucker. Jenny Craig.
What was the famous on white woman that was doing exercise shit? What's that damn famous? It was in late 80s, 90s.
Jenny Craig.
Jane Fonda?
No, it wasn't Jane Fonda. It was some. Damn.
It's a made a movie about her. Or is a remake a movie about her?
I'll look for it. Because she used to be everywhere. I used to see her everywhere on cable television.
They said Andrew Tate lives out of Romania. So he said, it's one of the poorest countries in Europe.
It is. It's cheapest. That's why he lives there. It's cheap.
Yeah.
Same thing. Well, he had to get out of Ukraine. That's for sure.
No. Romania is the middle tier of the poorest country. It's Hungary. Shit.
So
Hungary's poor? Really? Okay.
I
don't know.
Hey, BGS. Who gonna save your boy Zelensky? Because they about to get this nigga in a minute here.
There will always be part Ukraine. It's how much is going to be left. So we'll see.
Yeah, this gonna be Ukraine. I'm just talking about Zelensky himself.
NATO says he's going to stay. So we'll see.
No fear. Zelensky. As long Putin doesn't go absolute Ivan the Terrible and goes insane and say fuck it and burns everything down, Zelensky is good.
Yeah, because NATO wants to keep him. Yeah, but anyway.
Well, that's always a possibility.
Go finish your thought. Even though we don't want to derail from the topic. Okay. Yeah. So finish your thought, Snake Man.
Me? No, I just wanted to answer Pookie's question. Zelensky is good.
Yeah, that's it.
Zelensky.
Okay, yeah. Answer this question. Go ahead and finish.
Now, like I said, if Putin wanted to get rid of Zelensky, he would have already done it. With with a drone strike or a hit squad or something else.
or a nuclear coffee.
No. You don't use nukes unless you're ready to go all
Well,
out.
I mean, like he would give him some nuclear tea.
No. He's surrounded by people. That's not
One
gonna
of
happen.
them plutonium.
Oh,
Nigga, that would destroy the atmosphere.
he's got food tasters. Okay?
Or a
That's what-
plutonium energy drink.
No, they could have got rid of him in the drone strike even before the war started if that's what they wanted.
Yeah, because one thing we must understand is that Russia maybe don't have control over the land, but they absolutely have air dominance and even artillery dominance, because you hear it all the time. Oh, Russia retreated, but at the same time, for 6 months, they pound their ass out of every city with artillery shells and air bombardment. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
the
where's all my detractors, man? Because they was in the comic section.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't Denise Richards. It was Denise Austin.
Denise Austin.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Well, you know, because
I remember Denise Richards too. So yeah.
Yeah, Richards was the actress. Denise Austin was the aerobics woman.
So the thing about the detractors is
everywhere.
It's easy to detract in the comment section. When you gotta come up, they don't want to do that. I mean, what were they saying when they were detracting? No.
Yeah, they were saying that we're headed for destruction. Why would you put this picture up? Okay.
Because that's what's gonna do it.
Yeah. You didn't see in my with the white girls and the black guys in the prom picture?
I mean, that's just emotional. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's that denier shit.
If they come up here, BGS gonna take that green lightsaber and slice their damn spine out and shit.
I'm just saying, like my thing that pisses me off when it comes to black people is just being in denial. Yo, saying it don't exist don't stop it from happening.
Yeah, have you noticed that when clearly black women are losing this, but if you look at the media, it seems like they're winning with the black girl magic and all this. And it's like, listen, you guys got a problem and you're not addressing it. You know,
I knew it was over when they started allowing black men and white women to be in commercials. That's when I knew it was over.
Yeah. Now it's common.
That's when I know. Oh shit. Because that's when Zaddy said it is what it is. They willing to get, because they used to be like, we're not getting money off that bullshit. That's a line. Nah, they letting that fly now. So it's kind of, and what they showing more lesbian relationships in commercials, or are they pushing that the Dora Milaje? What are black women doing? Eating that shit up, and it's like you gonna be fucked. And here's the thing, you like look. I'm not no dissing the Courtney or anything, but y'all are not gonna be able individually. Some of y'all might be able to switch and get a deal done. Cool. I'm not gonna act like that can't happen. As a group, you're not gonna be able to. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to switch that fast. It's not how it works. It's too much bullshit. I mean, look at that. That's another thing. That therapists don't help at all because again, it's about trust. That's significant to me, because it's like, yo, you all are any dude that is trying to like trust you all or save face, you all are punishing them. Like, you all are punishing those guys. You're doing the work for us. All we got to do at this point is just press play and let them talk.
Yeah.
So BGS, I just looked at the picture. What's wrong with the picture?
No, what I'm saying is, it's not the picture.
I'm doing that. I'm pulling your leg. What's wrong with the picture? Those white girls are cute. What's the big deal?
It's 611 comments in less than a day. That's the problem.
You niggas.
I know. I'm just showing you the detractors. What's wrong with the picture? They pick those boys pick well. What's the big deal?
Well, the fact of the matter is that tells you how bold they are, because all these dudes are clearly black, so you can't play they light skin, they this, they that. You can't run none of those plays on that. So they didn't do the bold enough to do that right frame. That's what really should scare y'all.
Dogs, yeah.
What I don't like is how
Steve don't care.
Go ahead, Q.
What I don't like is how these people are telling grown men what to do. Don't go overseas. Don't date these these are adults. They can do whatever they want,
Yeah, but they never saying anything about black women going overseas or dating out, having babies with different kind of men. They never talk about.
It's the same play when it comes to black men, and when we had these conversations with black women. it's the same conversation. They say like black men should not date out because there's more black women for them to choose from because there's more black women. But black women should date out just because there's not enough black men for them to for one black woman to get with one man. It's the same situation.
The same kind of talking points. Yeah.
Well, I expect the women. I always say this. I expect the women to say that, but you don't even hear most. The women have been shut down. Really, like you just said, the gender war. You don't even hear it like that. It's the fucking men you're hearing now, and it ain't even niggas doing it for money. Like I can see it, Tony Gaskin and them saying that shit. They hustling. I get it. Then you got dudes. Hell, I can see the dating coaches doing it, even though it's dumb. Because truth be told, you should be able to sell game. The idea that you need, like I could see somebody selling the idea that you need game overseas, not necessarily in the same way, but being able to get some money off of that. But they don't even touch that. But my point is, you got dudes that ain't even invested in no kind of way, just feeling some type of way, really strongly. Again, and I hate to bring this up, I'm gonna bring it up though. Me and Bitter was on Keeping 100's channel. So Bitter came up there, I came up there. We both didn't come up there to talk about the shit that happened. But somehow the conversation
because
he brought it up.
Marcus brought it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, look, man, Bitter knows BTS longer than I do. I tried to stay out of it, and somehow that conversation turned into the exact same. It was the exact same outcome, and I'm like, yo, Keep It 100 is a little bit more milder than BTS. So how did we get back to the same?
Because he's denying that it's personal with him. Okay.
Yeah, because you know why? Because they're hearing it from the women in their family. They're complaining. And so now they're projecting it out.
They want to protect black women. He really does. Yeah. That's what he just won't say it. He just won't say it.
You ain't even though he said he dates everybody.
Since when?
Bitter said that he dates everybody. I've heard him say that a while ago.
Bitter's way more pro-black than I am. Okay.
Bitter said he does not believe in dating only black women. I've heard him say that multiple times. You heard him say it,
but Bitter. Masante Bay is way more pro-black than I am. The vast majority
Bitter he said that on my shit.
I know what he said, but guess what? He's a stomped down pro-black nationalist. He's not going to date that many others. Okay. Most of the women you're gonna date is gonna be black. In fact, like 99%.
So you can't trust niggas, okay?
I have never seen. Bitter has a wall of women on. Remember his old office had a wall of women. Did you ever see one other? Okay, I've never seen one picture of one other woman that he was dating that was not black. So if it is, it's rare. It's news to me. So I'm not calling him a liar. But things I don't know, I don't really know him that well in person. But thing is, look at his wall. He's a pro-black. That's really unusual to actually date out like that. If you do, it's going to be rare.
What one thing I don't understand about also the critique for dating out is because I would understand if they make it logical. Why are you attacking the black man? The black man most of the time doesn't go really out.
Just said why.
Yeah, I know, but I just try to make it sense for me. The black man doesn't go really out. It's more like a proximity thing. The women choosing them, you get that. So it's if you really want to be effective, you should actually talk to the women, not to us.
Well, because they don't think of black men as men. They think of black men as human capital. Yeah. Once you understand that, a lot of stuff makes sense. And that's and most dudes they're in denial on that for various reasons. Some, like for instance, you say that's like a 980 dude, then that's outside of his view, because then he's like, well shit, how can y'all be looked at like that unless y'all some bitches? Like y'all gotta be complicit in allowing that, and that wouldn't be completely off base, because black men do volunteer for this. We get the socialization and they don't know, they're like two-dimensional characters, but I get that. But black men do volunteer for this bullshit. That's why you hear niggas talking about game. I keep telling y'all, game is emotional labor. Game is the art of emotionally laboring black women. That's
it's entertainment for black women.
Yeah, no, because like it's a game argument. I have always sometimes a problem with the game argument because I tell them, for what do I need game? Like I'm here in Germany, for what do I need game when it's a women choosing me? I literally have to do nothing. Why should I
Nigga,
need
you lying,
game?
you tricking, nigga. Stop
No, I'm
lying.
not being tricked. Women trick on me.
You cheating the game.
You're cheating the game. You're
You
passport bro without being a
you
passport bro.
tricking them euros. Or you're a
Because you
coon.
travel down the street.
Or
with
no,
it.
that's not what it is. You're in Germany. Nigga, you cooning, nigga. Why are you
However,
cooning?
well, it's the same way in some sense how these black female feminists, they don't attack white men, they attack black men. As
Yeah.
if
White men will tell them shut the fuck up and have something behind that if they don't.
Yeah. Go ahead, Q.
yeah, that's all I wanted to say. It's just like we're the cause of all their problems, but they don't understand that this whole patriarchy thing originated with the white men, you know?
Yeah. Well, the patriarchy. Well, black women know there's never been a patriarchy in the black community. Okay, never. So they're off on that. Okay, all the historians say there's never been a black patriarchy in the black community. But things they want to be like the white women. That's how come they make this shit up.
And also this is their way of getting resources. And another thing
Yeah.
too, when you ask black women, what is the patriarchy? Describe it to me. What it always is it's a sexual supply and demand situation. So for, let's say, the top 10%, 5% of dudes, the type of dudes they can show up, they drop a black female's panties. They're that select. The fact that they can't get them and they have to compete for them, or if they do get them, they got to do what Jason Black was talking about. You better triple up or quadruple up. You better share a nigga. You know, you better share a winner. That's patriarchy to them. That's what they identify as patriarchy. The power dynamic of you being in a position because of, let's just say, looks. Just on black people terms, just looks and money. Let's say masters of the universe. That's a patriarchal controlling position because they don't have the ability to. They don't have the ability to. They can't leverage him. They can leave, but they can't leverage him. This is why black women are some of the main ones. Yeah, white women fleece white men. I'm not gonna say they don't, but this is why black women are always, like, for instance, they want to get a prenup, but they get mad when you get a prenup because they or things like another thing that's been going around. I'll seek the mic. They talk about why don't you get therapy rather than create a podcast. I'm like, bitch, you all have been talking for like 35, 40 fucking years on mainstream media. The fuck you talking about? Because they project. Like, nobody understands. Because this is one thing Bitter was talking about. I never got a chance to answer. He kept saying, why are y'all broadcasting? I said, first of all, we're not doing that. But black men are communicating. Y'all, you act like a nigga won the lottery and say, hell yeah, I'm tricking, nigga. And then, like, making sure everybody, no, that's not what dudes are doing. Dudes are communicating. You're seeing communication lines and pathways get created. And that's great.
If you hadn't seen Austin Holloman on Homegirl's show, the thing would have never blown up. They've been doing this. They've been talking the same line, same message, same videos for years, right?
I can't unsee it. I saw what Melanie King used to. Melanie King was not ugly. Let me say that. But I saw what she looked like average. Before all that shit.
She was cute.
And now I'm like, I can't unsee that. But like, seeing what you like, seeing her talk.
Yeah, she was okay.
The point is, though, it's like when she play, like, well, I don't understand why did I'm like, you lying.
She don't know exactly what she's doing. But the thing is, well, you know, she paid the money. You can see the results. You can't knock the results.
No, I ain't mad at that. But as far as Austin's the thing, yeah. I mean, he had a Brazilian chick on there. He was speaking Brazil. He was literally interviewing her, being a translator. This is a 20 again, and shout out to Knights Templar because he did a live, and everybody was telling him, dude, you need to do more lives. He got a lot of support. You know, he came from his Patreon, castle, and he was like 400 live views out of nowhere. He don't go live. He's living in Brazil.
Yeah.
So he's been in Brazil for like 6-7 months. So he gave a very interesting perspective. There are certain things he gave weight to as far as what a lot of the naysayers say. But at the same time, he said that they on bullshit too. He kind of did, he did the Igmore thing. But it was weight to it because he had been there. He had learned Portuguese. He had talked about like living down there, like what it is like. He said you can, dudes should travel, you can get this, but he didn't like the fact. He said, but it ain't gonna be no motherfuckers waiting to give you grapes and strawberries.
Oh
Like,
no.
yeah,
I don't
he
think
brought a
anybody
lot.
expects that.
Yeah, it was a 4-hour stream. He brought a lot of realism to it, and he talked. It was good. He showed his face too, so it was good. New York nigga with a tattoo on his face. But for all you niggas that think street niggas don't travel, dumbass,
Well, street niggas don't stay street niggas forever. Okay.
He also talked about some of the goofy ass shit. Man, he said a nigga went full red pill at dinner. He said one nigga, it was a dude that was at a restaurant. They were all there at like the table, and one dude said, "You bitches go cook and clean for me." The guy, it was, man, you gotta hear it, but shout out to him. He want to unsung ignorance.
But hey, BGS, check this. Oh,
go ahead, Mike.
No. That's what I was gonna tell you. And I'll hop off right quick. That's what I was gonna tell you before, because like Austin was the one that kind of gave me that confirmation that this is a wrap with the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
Because he was what 23, I think 23, something like 24.
He's 23.
Like yeah, and I told my son that we were riding home in the car, and it's probably about like 4 months ago. I said, I better get you dating an American black woman. When you and me done, it's a wrap. I said, and this thing got nothing to do with no hatred, crap. I said, this is too much potency online that this stuff is spewing down, right?
Yeah.
And so then I said, because at the end of the day, it boils down to the sisterhood. So this boils down to. And so then I said, it was probably about a month ago, 2 months ago, I saw Austin, and then that's when I told you. I said, yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I said, I said, the dude's he's over 6 foot. The dude's a good looking dude. The dude's got a good career. The dude makes 6 figures a year. The dude at 23 is a barber. The world is his oyster. And for him to make that statement in terms of he can't pull women here, it's a wrap. Like this is just stupid.
Oh yeah, you can see it. I mean, and you see pictures like this. People keep protesting. We've been talking about this for years. This has been coming for years.
Yeah. I've been 5'11", 6 foot, same shit.
But that's why I even said that that video with them sorority sisters to my girl. I said, look at this and tell me what you see. And she looked at it. She goes, well, I know you. So she's like, what do you think it is? And she goes, I think, you think it's a mating call? I said, it's a mating call for the classes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorority women don't date brothers if they don't. I said, so that is I said, and it's like, it was an issue because the sisters got mad. If the sisters ain't never got mad, it wouldn't have been a big deal. I said, but they got mad and they knew what it was. It's a mating call, right? So it's what BGS calls a different class. And over here where I'm at, in part of Austin, 25% of my neighborhood is interracial couples.
Yeah,
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. No, absolutely. And the thing is too is TikTok is a lot more viral than YouTube is, the way they designed it that way. So a lot of the way these kids are, and again, Austin, because see, people are thinking, oh, he's young. He is young to like my age, but like to somebody that's like 16, 17.
No, yeah, he's an old man.
He's the big brother. And they see all of the kids, the tattoo, the barber, and they ain't calling niggas OGs at 24, but you get what I'm saying. He's the big brother. He's the dude. Because think about it. When you're 16, 17, 15, you look at them as like you want to be where they're at. Because when you're that age, they have a lot more. If they are established, they're a lot more established. Remember, even if you're like 16, 17, when dudes are like 21, 20, and they come to the high school because of the games, because they graduated a couple years ago, whether they in college or they dusty, you already know how the women be looking at that. We all know that. Kendrick Lamar created a song back then about that, So that's how they're seeing it. And if he's saying this and then you got to think of what he's saying. pH balance. And, these kids either confirm or deny it. That's select man problems.
Yeah, it is select man problems. It really is.
So you can't, and again, so the women, quite frankly, a lot of women ain't even talking. It's the dudes that are going out of their way to say shit. And the reality is, I would tell a lot of these dating coaches, y'all kind of need to be quiet because y'all are really opening yourselves up to really being exposed, because the shit that y'all do is predicated on certain things being real. If somebody, here's the truth, I would put money that Austin could outpull them. Any of them motherfuckers. Maybe like Allen, I don't count. because he's aged, but like the rest of them to be real active.
Mm-hmm.
Like
He's
Lucario,
young.
I would easily, he would outpull Lucario.
Well, because he's younger. So yeah.
Exactly. So that shouldn't be possible though if he got that kind of game. So again, it's like that's why he did that Tuesday. In fact, he might have had it today, Tuesday and Thursday, when he's talking about he's gonna have a smoke show. Because if he keeps having them and then he shows that Lucario is atting him, but you won't show up, even in black men's terms, that kind of looks. It doesn't look good.
I don't know why Lucario is even talking. If Lucario is married to a white woman, I don't know why he's even involved in this conversation.
Because Lucario
I
has
think
this
I know why,
tendency.
BJ.
Oh, hold on.
My theory is Lucario has this thing. He's one of the main niggas, shiny nigga syndrome. He has this thing that I think his products are shit, and he creates distractions. So anytime there's an opportunity for him to say he's better than the manosphere, he's gonna try to take that opportunity because that justifies why his audience follows him. Because a lot of the audience that follows him are on some, man, I'm for the self-improvement shit. I ain't for just complaining to be complaining. Like them dumbass niggas.
Why come all the way over here to actually talk about it? Who's trying to get in?
Oh, no, I think the issue is with. I'm be honest with you.
I was gonna say something.
I think the issue boils down to is I think, and this is something that Grinch has said a long time ago. This is just about featureism, man. Austin is a better looking dude than Lucario. It just is what it is, bro. Like at the end of the day, if you look at him and Lucario and you got to pick a wingman to go out with, you're gonna pick Austin. It just is what it is.
It is what
so
it is.
And then if you look at the women,
look like a nigga that do some cock blocking shit too.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then if you look at Lucario and the chick that he's got, she's not that great, bro. Like she's just an average chick. Like it's not somebody that I'm gonna be happy that I can approach and get. That's no.
You're not gonna do backflips, huh?
Right. When you see my girl, I'm not approaching this girl. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not even coming close. But a dude like Austin, he's approaching some baddies, bro. Like this nigga's picked. This dude is cleaning up, and it's on the real. So I think that's what it boils down to. Where a dude like this is making a statement. It's you're coming out cheaper than buying these niggas courses. Like looking at a ticket, going away for a week, $1,000. You're taking a weekend trip, and you're gonna have a good time, man. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
And you're gonna get your reps in. So
it's not. It's not just you getting your reps in. It's about you getting your you're getting a full experience, right? So you're getting to go to another culture. You get to try to put yourself in a different box. I mean, that after you get over that first initial, I'm scared shit.
Yeah, you get your reps in with talking to women, dating women, talking to women, having sex with women, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. And when you come back,
and then if you ask somebody, hey, I don't know where I'm at. Can you tell me where I need to go? Those people down there don't give a shit like that. Those people are friendly. Yeah. I want to hop on real quick, and I'm gonna say because I want to tell this one little story. So I was talking to my dad. The other day, right? So I guess he had me on speakerphone because he was cooking, and I thought of you when I said this shit. And so I'm sitting and talking to him, and so my mom come in the kitchen, which I didn't hear. So I'm just talking to him, and I'm just chopping it up. And I said, yeah, you know, me and my girl don't make it, man. You know, my ass is gonna go down there with my uncle to Brazil. Man, my mama said he got quiet, and then she just said, "You don't speak no Portuguese." I said, lady, on your deathbed at your funeral, you gonna wake up and pop up and see who was at your funeral because you so nosy. And I said, and number two, I can learn to speak Portuguese. Yeah. So, but it was funny how she just had to chime in on that part, and I think that's something that, like I said before about the sisterhood. They know what it is now. They know what it is.
Hold on. Somebody's trying to get in.
No, so I just wanted to hop on and tell you that, guys. All right, fellas. Y'all go.
Okay. Who's trying to get in?
Peace, Mike. Go ahead.
Somebody's trying to get in after Mike.
Yeah. I was gonna say this. I think I know why Lucario does what he does because it's with the hustle. Okay. You gotta understand, if these dudes not paying for the course or paying for the consultation, which I think he runs like around a couple of hundreds, maybe 1,000 or Lucario last time I checked. It's not cheap just to hear some little game to get the modern woman here in the West, most likely. And Magic Bros said, well, I don't want to waste my time trying to compete to modern woman where I can go outside the country, which it looks like they're showing more interest in their doing content on it and videos on it. I mean, a lot of young men that's 20 and above are gonna probably say, you know what, I'm not getting much pussy over here. I might as well go pay that ticket and go over there and go, do what I need to do.
There's a lot of underlying factors, right? Number one, COVID changed the game because now you can actually work remotely a lot easier. A lot of companies actually for it. So a lot of young guys that are working in these fields are actually leaving. It's cheaper to live there, or get a better experience. The women actually better, so it's better to actually live there and actually do that kind of expat lifestyle. Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, another thing too is this idea, like, again, it's almost like black people have, it only has to be this incel weirdo nigga. They can't get pussy from nowhere. First of all, a lot of these dudes that are traveling, they want actually melanated women, because if it was just a matter of interracially dating, they would be just something like dude. So when people say, "Oh, you just can't get women here," that's not really accurate.
That's true. No.
Like, for instance, Xanatos doesn't have an issue. He don't like black women. He ain't got no problem. He was in Utah for years. He ain't got no problem. And he getting these white bitches, like getting the women he
proximity.
Yeah, exactly. So again, and he's in Asia right now. In the call it undisclosed location.
Yeah, he's in Tokyo.
But, yeah. So my point is, this, even me, I approach traveling in a very different way than like what a lot of people are saying it is. First of all, I look at traveling for black men as a rites of passage. I'm not in that. I don't necessarily believe in the expat thing. Now, I'm good for anybody who wants to do that, because I want to have established networks, So I'm not. That's just me. So I want to just be able to travel and then stay anchor where I want to anchor. But you got to remember, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, one of the most hottest places to be as far as real estate and a lot of other stuff. So my point is, this idea that folks have that niggas they just can't deal in the U.S. They can't take it, so they're just no, that's not what it is for everybody. Even with Austin's going back and forth. Shout out to Ghana Dan going back and forth. Shout out to Jesse back and forth. Marty back and forth. And then and so the argument, even the way dudes are having these, it's like, even with Bitter, it's like you gotta have this conversation about niggas just got a trick. That's not what's going on. Not like what y'all think it is. Like, I don't know why y'all keep like trying to frame it that way. Like, niggas just can't deal. Oh, you can, like, niggas just can't fuck white girls. Oh, these niggas can't even fuck the Miss Piggy white girls. They're just that weak. I'm like, niggas, it don't go from black woman to it's not black woman, then you going overseas because you can't get every other race of woman. I don't know why people are all of a sudden jumping to that. I don't get that.
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead, and I'm going to read some cash apps. But go ahead.
Okay, I got a question for him. Why would we want to get it with a black woman who's a four talking about she won a $200,000 carat ring for a wedding ring?
Oh, well, she's a gold digger, so they come in all shapes, sizes.
I know, yeah. But I was like 200. I like, even the white girls like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Even the white girl's like, "Are you serious? Really?"
That's how you know that bitch ain't been around.
It's bad when a white girl looks at you like, "Really?"
What I'm saying is, if you can get it, you can get it, right?
Right.
So my thing is, I would tell her, instead of arguing with her, come back when you actually get it, and I'll do a show with you.
Y'all can hear me, right?
If you can get it, we got you. Yeah. Okay. If you can get it, you can get it. Oh, I want to read cash apps first.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just trying. I had a Windows update that's kicked me off.
Okay. Oh, okay. Dardar, appreciate you, sir. We got one from James Wingate. He says that prom picture is my nephew's now. I had to read that one, James. Okay. Thornton, thank you. Appreciate you. Who else?
Lives a little like sack
Virgins. You ain't shit. Virgins, appreciate you. And you got one more. I think that's it. Go ahead.
Appreciate the subs. By the way,
Mr. C. Appreciate you. Okay.
I told you about my nephew. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just got back in, so I don't know where we're at now.
We talk about passport bros right now, but go ahead, AB. Jump in.
I told you my nephew. I just realized it's been about 11 years now. He got married to a white girl. I already seen the future of that. They had 4 children.
Oh wow, I appreciate y'all, man.
So you was talking about the mulatto children. I already know what that looks like.
Talking about your subscribers.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all,
Oh,
man.
go ahead, post it again, man, so we get people in. We got new people in now, so
yeah.
Let me post my channel too, Cliff.
That's gonna be for uploads. I might be a little, nigga.
Well, you need a backup, man. You probably is you ought to do some driver's ed since you got a week off. Go ahead and.
Is it on a new Google account or no?
No, it's on the same. It's on the same
one. You just been put in timeout.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Art. They put me in timeout. Every time I get hit with hate speech, it's always hate speech against black men.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Mine has always been hate speech against black women. So.
The irony. The irony that really ended to get you for hate speech.
Yeah, the first time with the warning was when I said everybody hates black men. Like that was my, when I was spelling it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody hates Chris. They said that's hate. They gave me a warning for that. And then this one, as I said, you ninjas don't act like you ninjas don't know. That was off the dude.
That is fucking stupid because
the
thing about it is you got women on these platforms that say if you got black male babies, delete them.
But you got feminists running YouTube, right? There's feminists running YouTube, especially black feminists running YouTube. That's how come you have to be careful with these chicks, okay? You gotta be real careful with them.
And you forgot the woman that runs YouTube is a woman. Jewish woman, so
white woman. So basically, what's his name? FD got his first that video demonetized because he actually talked about divestors. Talk about black men all day. Divestors got demonetized. He had to go back and edit the video.
Yeah, that's why
he got demonetized by the video, but not the whole channel, right?
He got the video got demonetized as a warning. You can't talk about black women.
Yeah, that's why I said after I heard that. That's why I said.
Oh, but the manosphere has no point.
No. That's why I said after I heard that because, like I said, I understand why he's doing. He does it because of the hustle. Because if he really is about the message, he wouldn't give a fuck about that, but he does.
But he does not do live streams, so he has to depend on the AdSense with the videos. So it's
he cares about AdSense. That's how he makes his money. So he does care.
That's why I said. That's why I said his slave masters don't allow it. His YouTube slave masters.
Ain't nobody super chatting that whole ass nigga. He ain't gonna get it off super chats. Women expect you to simp for free. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with FD. Women only super chat for niggas they want to fuck when they simp. The minions are just doing what the minions are supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do is kiss ass. You lucky I'm watching this shit.
Insert Derek.
Yeah, you should be doing it for free. And black people got this wealth for my time. No, they're not for free, bitch. No.
Yes, that's why I said FD is a simp legionnaire. He's not like Derek Jackson, who was a simp general.
General, yeah.
Actually,
got a point.
FD Civic Virus Credit. He is my textbook definition of a pander.
You talking about this chick, right? Hold on.
He's the what they call it, the Knights of Ren, the Knights of Simp.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put some sound into it.
The Knights of the Gynocracy.
Let me go ahead and put some sound into it. Now, this is funny because she was serious about this shit too.
Yeah, she was.
Hold on.
Is that not John Peterson's daughter?
Is that just Pearly?
Talking about Pearly? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, that is the white girl's Pearly.
4 years.
Yeah.
8 years to afford. Wait, how much? I don't know anything about rings. How much is that? About $200,000. Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane? My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like you have to see that shit. It's
$200,000 ring.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's these chicks, man. Today,
right? I go to yoga with this girl with an 8-carat.
She don't deserve a Kmart chain.
Can you pause this for a second?
Okay.
So with the myth of white womanhood, even a white woman was looking at you like, bitch,
what?
She without hesitation. Are you insane?
Yeah.
I remember, like back in the day. Remember, like when you were like a little kid,
Yeah.
right? About say like 8 years old, 9 years old, and you used to go into Kmart, and you saw that spool of gold chain,
Mm-hmm.
and you just like, if you were like me, you thought, man, if I could just, if there were so many cameras, I could just be rich right now if I just took all
Miss
of this.
Ann. I love how she's looking down on her.
Yeah,
Miss
yeah.
Ann doesn't approve.
Let me go ahead and play through it. It's not that long.
It's about the fact that you can afford that makes less money, but he's a hard worker, like he's ambitious. Yeah.
AB looking like bitch.
Yeah, but she was serious about it.
Actually, she would for a $200,000 ring. I sure ain't. You're damn
well
right.
said. Well said.
Yeah. Could you imagine if she would have got on Kevin's show talking that shit? Kevin would have just dropped her down.
You know what's the funny thing is that my parents got married with no ring.
Actually, that was just a clip I clipped out with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
In a longer video, she said,
"Oh, she worse. Yeah, it's even worse."
Yeah, she said my father would have just kicked my mother to the curb for asking for a $200,000 ring.
Right, but here's the thing: all we can see is her face, and all we can see is a 4.
Yeah, that's what I said. A 4. That's exactly what I said. A 4.
Yeah. Entitled 4. Yeah.
Like she has everything. There's no abnormalities. Like one eye's not like noticeably bigger. One ear's not like chewed on. You know,
right.
Judge, she looks like if Obsidian wrote the Four Homely Sisters a graphic novel.
Yeah,
she could be in one of them pictures, man.
Yes, yes.
But she believes in manifesting. Okay. And she wants to manifest.
But I can't stand, because black women do not. That's not what that really means. Manifesting is not just speaking shit out in the world. Manifest. Look, the secret. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas what the secret is. The secret is certain things will be revealed to you as you actually take action. Physical action, not just running your fucking mouth. Action in getting those things. Now, if you just say, "Well, I want to be on Jupiter," stop. It's gotta be within like the realm of what reality can bear. And that bitch
there was an old contemporary, and I know that's just oxymoron.
She can buy herself a $200,000 ring.
There was a contemporary idiom, right? They used to go around. I don't know if it still goes around anymore, right? Religiously, where it would say that the person would say, "Hey, God, God will help me, God will help me," and so they, there's a flood, and a guy comes by in a boat and says, "Nah, God's got me," and the dude comes by in another boat, you know what I mean? Nah, God's got me. A dude comes by in a helicopter, he waves it off and says, "God's got me." He ends up dying, and then and hey man, I thought you had me. Well, I sent you the boat. I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter. What more did you want? Like
the problem is, and I really have to. I blame the PBS because it taught these bitches how to use their imagination so well.
Oh, wow.
Well, I would say more Disney than PBS, but
yeah, that's true.
PBS actually started it, but Disney, the Disney princess,
Yeah, Disney probably coked it up, laced it with
they still
black
do.
girl magic.
PBS was the weed, Disney was the fentanyl.
That's what they say. Hey, yo, whatever it is, just lace it with black girl magic. It'll happen.
So Disney took a bunch of Hans Christian Andersen and Grimm's and the like. Imagine Hans Christian Andersen and the Grimm's brothers, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and these stories were horrible stories, but they cutesified them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they would have thought how these things would have been turned. Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm, like their stories would turn into this, into the cutesified Disney stories that have women enthralled in enchantment into their adult lives, thinking that they're actually going to get a prince that's going to scoop them up to the tune of a $200,000 ring.
Yeah, but you must understand. You must understand. It was a
Wow.
market for this, and the Grimm brothers grew up in a time where when a woman came out of line, you just killed her and moved on.
Well, that's actually that's where I stepped into this conversation. Somebody had mentioned something about the children, and back what things that happen in back in the day. Like when things get really bad. That's what people don't realize. When things get really bad, it's really really bad for children. They get
Yeah.
abandoned in forests, and
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
don't get abandoned in forest, sometimes worse things happen to them.
Yeah.
And
Drowned. Forced drowned.
Yeah. They get deleted. Yeah.
or cannibalism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Well,
just
hopefully they
talked
don't
about
get to that. Yeah. Hopefully they don't get to that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, children become expendable.
Yeah. If you read the story of Hannibal Lecter, that's what happened to his sister in World War II.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta have meat.
Yeah. In fact, they fed his sister to him.
To him. Yeah.
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 That's what drove him crazy.
He had to go back and handle business. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why he's okay. That
Yeah.
explains a lot.
Yeah. If you go back and read the forget what book it was, but yeah, it told about his origin story.
I think Red Dragon.
Was it? No. I think Red Dragon was his first book, but it wasn't the origin story.
Anyway, it's a good series nonetheless. It's a good read.
Yeah.
You're right. I might be wrong on that one, but
Yeah, Red Dragon was the first one. The first book wasn't the origin story. I think it was called Hannibal. I think that was the story. It was.
I thought it was because I thought there were. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
There was 4 books.
Yeah,
I think the last one it was his origin story.
It doesn't matter. It's a good. They're good reads. They're not bad reads. But yeah, in that respect, it's like, yeah, bad things can kind of.
It does. Tough times. The tougher the times get, the worse it gets.
And people don't realize it wasn't that long. Again, we're not like, bad shit happened during the Depression.
Mm-hmm.
Bad shit happened during the Depression with kids. A lot of bad shit happened.
It was Hannibal Rising. That's the name of the book.
There, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. It a little bit was alluded to. Yeah, you're right. And then the full story. Yep.
And the full story. Yeah. But you go back and read that. That's what happened to him. After World War II when people were starving.
Didn't they do a TV show about that?
I don't know. It was a TV show, but I remember I read the book.
They had Mickelson in, I think.
Yeah.
To play Hannibal.
Eastern Europe, between World War II, with like that's a lot. That's a lot of the story that you don't get between the Eastern Bloc nations and former Soviet republics.
Mm-hmm.
There was some bad stuff, man.
Yeah. And we're gonna go through some stuff. So I say buckle up. Like we're gonna have a room tricking in a minute. If you got a house, you got a roof over your head, you're gonna do some roof tricking. Like Young Grizzly said, he said, "Fuck money, bitch. I got a room."
Hey, I'm gonna put out an ad for a tonsil checker.
That's for a while there. Some of my friends that had went down to Brazil, Argentina, and Colombia. Like for a while there, that's the Venezuelan girls were the ticket because
they were
sleeping on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm. They were trying to get out of Venezuela, trying to survive.
Yeah, they were sleeping on the sidewalk and everything, and a couple of nights on a bed was more than enough for them. A couple of nights on the bed and a couple of bowls of soup.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was that bad.
Now, obviously, I'm not talking about Sofia Vergara sleeping on the concrete. We're not talking about the 10s, but because things usually work out for 8s, 9s, and 10s. But
they get a preference, but still.
Okay, I got audio suppression now.
Yeah, what?
On my AMD, they got noise suppression for reduced background noise, just like
you got the card. They got they put the software in. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's been in NVIDIA for like 2 years about doing suppression.
Yeah, the AMD just doing it. Cause I remember I saw an article about that last week.
Yeah, I figured they're actually going to add it to actually catch up.
Yeah.
The shit actually works pretty well. Yeah,
AMD has done more than I ever thought they would.
They got lucky. Okay, they really got lucky. Chinese money, IBM technology, and AMD all lined
and
up.
Intel
So
got lazy.
Well, but I mean, even still,
no, Intel didn't get lazy. They ran into a technology block. They couldn't get past it, but IBM did.
But again, I don't think people realize breaking into there are a lot of barriers of entry to break into microchips, microprocessors. It's a huge barriers of entry and huge levels of cache that are required.
It takes nowadays. Well, used to you could do it like independently. Now you have to have a government backing you. You know, I think the China spent like $20-30 billion on developing that.
That's why India couldn't, because India's government was reluctant to put the money behind it that was necessary.
They didn't have the cash, but China did. China said, "Well, it was." I've told the story before. It was actually a couple of things. Like it was Obama shutting off the high tech chips that Intel was making, and China couldn't get them, so they had to build their own. Right. So, but the IBM didn't have enough cash to finish their technology, the process. Right. Couldn't perfect the process. They needed more money. Right. China said, "Here's 20 billion. Come give it to us. Have our people build it and give us the technology. We'll actually give you the money." They did. So and AMD had the design. So you had AMD's design, IBM's breakthrough technology, and then TSMC had the smarts actually put it all together.
Well, and China's slave labor.
Not really slave labor, not at this level. No.
Well, if
they're not.
I would call it gilded chains, man. I mean,
if you want to call PhDs at that level slave labor, you can. But thing is,
right? Well, they gave him a choice, but
no. What I'm saying is, South Korea also got the technology. Samsung got the technology too.
Yes.
So they have the same technology. The thing is that nobody cared about it until Apple bought up the whole line, and IBM couldn't get past 12 nanometers. So we can't get.
But South Korea and China have radically different management structures. We'll just put it that way.
They do, but the thing is that that's not the point. It's not slave labor because Taiwan is where TSMC is. Okay.
Yes. Again, radically different management systems.
They do have a radically different management system, but the thing is, America could have made the same bet because it's American technology that actually broke it through. AMD and IBM are actually American companies. Okay, but they were unwanted companies, and America took the wrong bet, and they didn't think IBM could make this breakthrough. But China gave them the money. It came down to money and foresight.
Yeah, I honestly take it all back. I honestly, the fact that they disrupted the industry as much and as well as they have,
it's luck.
It's luck. Well, it's I can't say it's anything more than impressive.
No, it's impressive, but it's also luck. It took unwanted technology. Technology. It took unwanted a downtrodden chip company. And a whole bunch of Chinese money actually bring this up because China couldn't get the chips. In fact, I documented this maybe 4 years ago about how this all stuff came about.
What was that lowest stock price for AMD at one point?
Oh God, it was like $2, $3.
Yeah, it was penny stock level. Yeah,
it was penny stock level. But they had been down. But the thing is, they had designs, but guess what? They didn't have. They didn't have any fabs. Okay, they didn't have the breakthrough tech. Okay, but IBM did. And so they couldn't go to Intel and say, "Hey, can you build these chips for us?" Because Intel couldn't, right? By law. But the thing is, so nobody was looking. They said, fuck AMD, fuck IBM, and and fuck China, right? So we said, okay, we can get together and make these chips. And the thing is, it was a breakthrough. They've gone all the way down to 1 nanometer with this tech. So but the thing is now America's trying to race and get all this tech back. TSMC, Intel, and IBM all working together. So you have Intel and IBM that hate each other working together.
That remind me of the stories of Columbus, how he tried to try to shit in Italy, and they said no, we don't need it, and then he go to Spain, and they say okay, we do it, and then Spain became rich.
Yes,
It is what it is. But I mean, I'll just say this. I mean, we just talked about this. We're not going to get new chips, but they do look impressive. That's all.
Yeah, they are impressive. But the real breakthrough is not going to be the big boys, the big chips, right? Because they're already set. It's going to be the laptops. That's like when you have Windows 11. Windows 11, that can tell you, is not designed for the mainline chips. It's actually designed for those hybrid chips. That's why they had to change up. They changed Windows 11.
Yeah, because the new chips, they have a hybrid. They have like a hybrid graphics in them, so you already know that.
But the thing is, they have
it's going to be beefier.
They have a different scheduler, so they're more efficient with things you need to. The thing that holds back is actually holding back those laptops is the software. Windows is not designed for this kind of software, so Apple had to scrap all their previous software, x86 software, and actually put in new software. But they can do that because they're Apple. They're actually, what is it? Not parallel, but
boutique.
No. When they're all in line.
Series.
No. What do you call?
You can either series or parallel.
You know how a company is a columnar from top down. I forget what they call it. It's not a monopoly, but it's something I forget what they call it. Okay, but the thing is, they can do that because they control the process from beginning to end, from software all the way down to the chips that are manufactured. They can actually change all the software, right? x86 can't because software and chips and all that kind of stuff and manufacturing of the machines are all controlled by thousands of companies. So it has to be something aligned. So that's how come they had to do. What Biden had to bring in IBM, Intel, and Microsoft at the same time. They have to change the software. That's how come Windows 11 kind of works funny. Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be. Anyway, we're at 2 hours. We're gonna go another 15 minutes. So y'all get in if you want to get in.
Where do you
vertical integration? That is it.
Yeah,
thank you.
Is it because did they not make the bet?
Silos?
Yeah.
Did they not make the bet because they thought x86 was going to last forever?
No, they thought, okay, basically you have a lot of legacy software that's based on x86, and that's like
pretty much.
Windows is afraid to touch it because if you use Linux, Linux will sweep the floor with these new chips over everybody, including Apple. The thing is, x86 has to change, so that Windows 11 is this crossover kind of technology.
Yeah, and if they change, a whole bunch of companies will go and cry to them.
It will cry to them. They're going to lose money. So the thing is, they had to bring them in slowly. So that's what's happening. Does that make sense? Yeah. But that's a story for a different day.
Right. Well, that's more inside baseball than I have a mind to know about.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone over it. I got articles on it, but if people want to go through it, but that's a story for a different day. But anyway, we got 15 minutes. You guys want to jump in and say whatever you want to say?
Oh, fuck these bitches.
I have a question that's not related, but question out there.
Go ahead.
What are your thoughts? What do you think they're going to pull these? This is my question. What do you think they're going to pull these 85,000 agents from for the IRS?
Where they're going to pull them from?
Yeah.
They have a whole lot of college. What do you call it? College people that don't have really good jobs. They have degrees.
Well,
there's a big pool, and they want safe, decent jobs. They can pull them from there, but it's going to take a while.
I'm just saying. I graduated of an accounting program, and one of the joys of going through the accounting program is we get paid apprenticeships. Why do we get paid apprenticeships or paid internships?
Yeah. Okay.
We get paid internships because we're in demand, right?
Yeah.
Almost every accounting program has a 95% or better placement rating upon graduation.
Okay.
Right? That's not even sitting for the oh man. Wow. Not the bar, the CPA exam, sorry. Okay. That's pre sitting for the CPA exam. 95% or better placement rating. Every person in my graduating class had a slot already.
Okay.
So you know, and I was in accounting. I was a dual major of accounting and economics.
Okay.
So finance has that issue too, right? Business
Yeah.
administration has that issue too. Like,
Right.
so they're already accounted for coming out of these mathematics majors, right? They're going straight. You know, there's a pipeline for to get those guys into finance and everything. So I'm trying to figure out where the
if there's demand, the supply will follow.
Well,
and
again, previous to this, the supply was virtually accounted for.
We don't know where these people will be slotted at. A lot of this stuff is actually grunt work, actually collecting paperwork.
Yeah,
not
that's
CPAs. So they need investigators too.
So I'm thinking for the situation that you're exactly right there. That basically any bachelors will do.
Well, yeah. If they're trained, if they actually have a bachelor's, they can actually be trained for their job. It'll take a while, but they can actually be trained. So,
yeah.
Because you know, 67% of college is actually stuff that you actually don't need. You know, for any major.
Especially, well, again, I can only speak on my anecdotal experience of liberal arts colleges.
Yeah. what I'm saying is, for accounting,
I didn't need my music appreciation class. I'm just
I'm just saying, 30% went to your actual job that you're actually going to do in life, right?
Yeah.
The other 60% is actually round you out. Okay.
Now, if you go to a school like Rice or something like that, that's more focused. Then that's a little bit different.
Right, Rice or technical college, it's a little bit more focused. But things for the most part, no. For the most part, no. But the thing is, nobody knows. The thing is that if the money's there, they'll find people. The thing is, you have enough people banging on a stone, you're gonna find something, and then pass it up to the guys that actually read this kind of stuff.
That's exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just looks like a huge, from my, like the way they're placing it, what it looks like what it looks like when I read it is just a massive influx of armed bureaucracy.
Could be. We don't know. We have to see how it plays out. I wouldn't, for the administration, I'm not going to name any names. I wouldn't put it past them, because we'll look at what they're doing around the world. It's very strong arm. So
and I don't think you need that many people to go after rich people using forensic accounting.
You know what? There's a lot of stuff that they need to keep track of, because the banking laws that they changed about keeping track of people's bank accounts and stuff like that. You need eyes.
Well, I just, again, I don't think you need that many eyes just to keep eyes on the top 10%. I think it's for more than that.
If for everybody, yeah. It's not for it's for more than that. That goes without saying. But the thing is, they can't tell you that, can they? Would you tell the voters that?
Right. Well, I mean, so I'm just going to say this without saying anything. I'm just going to say this. I think it's more eyes than it takes to take care to watch the top 10%, and the bottom 15% you don't watch. And so,
I mean, they passed all these laws to keep track of people, and they don't have enough eyes to keep track of people, right? So it could be the NSA for taxes or for finance.
I'm just spelling it out here.
We don't know till it happens.
If you have a top and you have a bottom, who the eyes for?
For the middle, of course.
Yeah, here's what it is.
Is what it is. Yeah, is what it is. We live in these kind of times where they have to get the money from somewhere, and they can't get it from the rest of the world anymore. So guess where they have to get it from? This big old military doesn't
work the rest of the world. Well, China did.
It's okay. It's really, when I do behind the wall, we can actually talk about this. I'm not going to do this out.
Okay.
Wait on
something. I've been very careful in my wording.
I've been, they're really kind of particular about your language, sensitive about doing this kind of stuff in public. They're real. Judging can tell they're real sensitive right about now. Trump was nothing compared to this administration.
I'll give him a bone here. It looks like the Democrats might scavenge a little bit of
Okay.
dignity in November.
We can't tell until it happens because.
So you guys want to hear? Okay. You guys want to hear a scary story?
Real quick, but don't make it too scary. But go ahead.
He's really
Scary
slow,
story.
man.
So we're aware that. So I think most people here are aware that Zillow pulled out of their house buying program at the beginning of the year, right? At the end of last year. BlackRock has too.
I knew that would happen. It had to happen.
BlackRock has too.
At some point, demand is going to crash, and people say, "Fuck it, I'm just going to be homeless."
And if you don't understand what I mean by that being a scary story, you might want to look up some things. Start with BlackRock.
Well, the thing is, at some point, right? I know what they're trying to do. You know what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep the banks inflated by doing this, taking housing off the market, right?
Yeah,
and keeping the prices up. At some point, I think I forget her name. She said, "If people don't have jobs, houses are not worth anything."
Oh, God damn it! You're gonna make me say it. You're gonna make me say it, aren't you? You're gonna make me say it, aren't you?
Well,
you guys haven't heard them? They've said it specifically.
Yeah, it's crash. Yeah.
No, they said it specifically. They report. No. Okay, what the Fed's job? You understand what the Fed is doing right now, right?
Yeah.
The Fed has explicitly stated that they need people to have less employment.
Here, well, they're gonna get it
to contract the economy. So they need to raise inflation. They need to have people. They need to have less employment, and they need to have people earning less for that employment to contract the economy because it was inflated artificially because of the situation.
Yeah.
And so, and now I'm going to make this. I'm going to put in the scary music behind this now. Okay. Bitcoin just fell below 20K again.
Yeah. I believe. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
2 weeks of red S&P 500.
Yeah.
They're
basically
the only thing keeping the S&P 500 afloat are energy.
You know
what's and energy's inflated because of what? Natural gas, oil, all those things. And that's so it's all inflated. There's something on the horizon coming, and it's more than just the dawn.
No, this okay. At some point, well, we can talk about this behind the wall. At some point, this was going to have to come to a head, right? The clash between titans, right? And the end game. Remember I said end game at the beginning of this year with the Ukraine end game, right? It's going to have to work its way out one way or the other. You got to have to break the system. You're going to have to break the system up. You got to break the system up, right? What's going to happen when you break it up?
It's going to get cold. It's going to get cold here, right? And they're already not. They've like German citizens and United Kingdom citizens are already revolting against paying their bills.
They're okay. The thing is, whatever reason they're doing this, and I have my thoughts. Okay, they're committed to it. Okay, all the chips are in the middle of the table for one card. Okay, and they flip that card, win or lose. It's just gonna happen. Somebody's gonna lose. The whole system. A lot of people are actually gonna suffer behind this. They're trying to do something, and so far it's not working out. But if we actually talked about this twice behind the wall. Next time we do it, you can join me, Judge Zilla. We actually talk openly because I already saw it coming. I saw this coming in 2020. Okay, it's coming. Okay, I saw what they're doing. I said, okay, this will work for a minute. But this is the 1970s on steroids, stagflation. It's stagflation on steroids, where you have high interest rates to protect the currency, and you have to. It's called austerity measures, right? Cut jobs, cut social spending, all that kind of stuff. It's going to happen. It's what it is. Okay, people are going to have to go through, actually suffer behind this. I'm just hoping not too bad.
What you didn't have in the 70s is you didn't have an alternate currency challenging.
That's true, but the thing is that we'll have to talk about it behind the wall because we got to get way too deep. Because I already talked about it. Anybody that's my it's been my one of my patrons. We talked about this. In fact, I had to take part of my part of my presentation down. I had to
Yeah,
delete it
because
because
we
it
was
got
concerned.
way too deep. It got way too deep. Okay. About what the strategy they tried that didn't work.
Hey, no, if you're already talking about it, then my seeds are just more seeds in the pile.
Oh yeah. Well, in other words, what you're saying, I've already known. At some point, they knew this would happen. The thing is, they're trying to keep the banks inflated as long as they could. But the thing is, at some point, people are gonna say, "Fuck it, I can't afford this," and they're gonna go do something else. Okay, and then what's gonna happen to the demand? It's gonna go ploop. You can't keep these prices raised forever and not give people the money to actually pay for this shit. You know, people are already paying 60% for housing out of their discretionary income. Okay, that they used to be like 10 or 15%. Now it's 60. Another it's inflated itself 4 times. People can't pay that shit and still eat. So they said, "Fuck it, I'd rather eat."
Yep. And it's like I said, it's there are things I don't know necessarily. I don't necessarily come from it from the position that you come from it from, as that top down already set up. But again, I don't necessarily argue against that either, because money is money and that whole thing. But you know, the people, it's fun to have these conversations about, you know, dick policing and what everybody's doing and Lizzo and Ari Spears. But those aren't the real conversations.
People like to be entertained.
What is it? Dick? Okay, dick. It's all connected, right? They want to dick police because they need these men. Okay, that's why.
It's not to say that the web isn't wide, right? Like the web is. Well, I won't say that the web isn't nebulous. It's not to say that, right? It's just to say that some strands are stronger than others and more important than others.
Okay. If because even though it's at the top and coming down, right, when it hits you and you don't have no place to go, you don't have no housing. If you can't find that guy to actually help you out, guess what happens? You're on the street. Okay, dick policing is real necessary to keep these Negroes in line. Okay, that's the reason it's happening. You can't go overseas. You can't take that money with you because we need it over here. And a lot of people actually know that, but they won't say that. So get these bitches in line.
There's a hybrid program, like California's trying to do that to everybody moving to Texas, right?
Yeah, they try.
No, you still got to pay taxes here, even though you left here and you're not making any money here.
Yeah, they're gonna try it. If you move out of the country, they probably try to impose that too, and try to keep you from giving up your citizenship. In fact, they're making it harder to actually renounce your citizenship now. It's going to happen, but they predicted it was going to happen with like 20 years ago. So they're telling you to get out, you kind of set yourself up 20 years ago. But the thing is, it took a while to get there. But we'll talk. We'll talk. You know, this weekend if you want. If you actually send me an email, I actually give you the link for the Behind the Wall.
Roger that. I will.
Okay.
I'll have to check the schedule here because I don't work a regular schedule, so
there's no
I'm not just a Monday through Friday guy. So.
Well, you never have been, Judge. That's how come you get yourself into trouble from time to time. Okay.
It helps. Look.
The
IRS likes me.
They do now. They do now. You're a good boy now.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, you're a good boy now. You've learned the error of your ways now. So
hey, they don't even question when I put occupation space cowboy. So
no, they type you in. Okay, we know who he is. Okay, he's a good boy. Anybody else with closing thoughts? Closing thoughts? Anything you want to promote real quick?
Fuck these bitches.
Oh. Well, but let me pull up John Grizzly and see if I can actually play that clip when he because he actually was looking at one of my videos and actually played this clip. It was actually funny as hell. At the end, see if I can find it.
Man, I'm just gonna make me some steak right now.
Oh, when you up late? This late cooking, man? What you doing? Oh, you just got home though.
Yeah, I was actually hanging out with a friend that I ain't talked to in a while. So
hey, actually, steak is probably the best thing that you could eat as a late night snack that way.
Yeah, it does take longer to digest, but yeah.
Well, I'm eat steak, drink my porter beer, and then I'm gonna watch some TV, and then I'm gonna write out some videos to do up tomorrow. So
it's better than me. This used to be my time for ice cream.
I'll be working at this time, but I'm off.
This used to be a time where I'll be coming down and getting a pint of ice cream in prime fat boy days.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Trump talking? We need to do a do-over. I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I'm trying to defend that one. That's not gonna happen.
I don't know how this is gonna play out as far as this goes.
Yeah.
Nobody does. So you're not the only one.
I mean, I don't know how anybody could.
What did you say at the beginning of the year? BGS, buckle up.
Buckle. I've been telling people to buckle up.
Yeah, that one's gonna be this one's gonna be. I mean, the last few have been weird, but you're gonna have an obviously senile old man as the incumbent.
I wish he was more senile, but he's not as senile as we think he is.
Yeah.
No, he's not. I wish he was, but he's not. A lot of stuff is intentional, very intentional.
That's the joke.
I mean, I get a whole lot of Chevy Chase playing Gerald Ford off of him, but
but the moves are very, very, very calculated. Even the ones that they're making now, even though they're not working the way they want them to work, they're very calculated. So don't. Now, I always say keep an eye on him. Like the IRS stuff like that. It's calculated. So don't.
Well, I'm saying, those are committee things, right? I'm just saying when we're going to vote for the popular spokesperson that we want to be in charge of the United States brand, like the IRS type of thing is that, and the Ukraine stuff and all that. That's all committee work. That's not by his hand. But man, this is almost starting to be very close. Like I say, reminiscent of Chevy Chase playing Gerald Ford, but it's going from there to Weekend at Bernie's here pretty damn soon.
Okay. This is. It seems random, but it's not random. Let's put it that way. This is not random. My patrons know this is not random.
I apologize. I apologize to anybody who is not a boomer or a Gen Xer. Every reference I've used this evening, it's only going to be understood by boomers, Generation X.
Too late, millennial. Sorry.
You already had your chance.
All right, folks. Closing thoughts so we can get out of here. Anything?
SYSBM, fuck these bitches.
Passport bros, whatever, huh?
Yeah, because they doing too much now, and I'm like, how you defend asking for a $200,000 wedding ring? Really? Even a white girl.
There's delusional chicks all over the place, man, and black women are actually the worst, unfortunately.
You know it's bad, but even the white girls like, are you serious?
Yeah, that shows you how delusional black women actually are. I can manifest me a $200,000 ring.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
Could be 3D chess. She's highballing it to get the 20K. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, she says she's talked to a dating coach that has a man that makes more. So I said, okay. She thinks she can do it. Good for her.
The only thing I want to say is I know that all the people out here try to convince Gen Z boys to give a fuck about the system. Mm-hmm. We don't give a fuck. We had 3 generations watching basically our grandfathers and fathers getting torn about by the system. We don't give a fuck. We just don't give a fuck. We don't care if the system burns. We don't even care if it burns and we are in the system.
Quick question: Austria or Germany?
Germany. Why Austria?
I'm just curious. I'm not exactly dialed in on the accents, but I'm like either one. Are you currently living?
Yeah.
How soon? Let me ask you this, because I don't have anybody in Germany right now that I can ask. How soon are your temperatures going to start turning down?
I don't know, but I don't care.
Typically,
I don't care. How soon temperature's turning down? It's already turning down right now because it's the start of fall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fall. Yeah.
Right. Well, so what I'm saying is this: is here in Phoenix, Arizona, right in the southwest of the United States.
Oh, you in the desert?
It starts getting noticeably cold, like jacket weather, at about Halloween. Right. At about Halloween. So that's when it becomes jacket weather here. When does that happen for you there, in your experience?
Around jacket weather, around October. Around October, but the problem is that it gets hotter here. We have problems, droughts, and our lakes drying up, and also things. So our winters, because when I remember as a child, there were meter-high snow when you build snow castles and all the other things. But nowadays, you're happy when there's ice on the streets.
So your winters are December, January, February, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I had the route about the. I was just confirming time frames that I had in my head. So thank you, sir.
All right.
Why? Why do you try to invent Germany? Why do you want to know when it's winter?
Because you're the biggest economic power in Europe. That's why.
And
and how Germany goes, Europe goes. That's what he's
and Nord Stream, and I think there's going to be a whole lot more pressure to sue for peace here, as the approach comes to winter in that region, given Austria, Germany, Poland.
We'll see.
Now I understand what you wanted, because first I was confused.
Yeah, we'll see. Things to be talked about behind the wall.
Behind the wall.
Yeah.
But anyway,
what is the wall?
In other words, outside. In other words, this platform. And
join this Patreon.
Too many people with
I'm
too
broke.
many eyes public. Yeah. Or give me an email. Okay.
Well, you're in front of the wall because you're broke.
No. My patient's only $1. It's not like it's gonna break people. Okay. Jesus Christ. It's not like I could charge more, but fuck, it's only $1. Jesus Christ. And that's
you're charging Kruger rands, man.
Probably not even that.
What? Yes, he got him. We talked about Savall. Now it's got him.
Yeah, probably not any of that. Anyway.
Yeah. You ready
anyway,
to go?
y'all. Yeah.
He was so ready to go. He ended himself.
Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, folks.
All right. Later.
I'm out.
Have a nice day.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Gisela. Peace.